We're live,
Yo.
as we always are. Each and every Wednesday or Thursday night.
I'm alive. Live wire.
We are live on YouTube, and we're doing things a little bit differently this week.
Who's tube?
Use
tubes.
Yeah, so we're doing things a little bit differently this week. We're gonna go live on YouTube first, which we already are, so you can see our beautiful faces. And then we're going to record also on Spreaker, and then you can listen to that later on after the show is over on Spreaker, and then eventually it'll get to iTunes, CastBox.
Are we like above props?
We're not above props. What do you think?
Are we above props?
Depending on what is it rated?
Are you kidding
PG?
me?
I'm ready
Are you ready
for some hot stove talk.
Oh, thank God I didn't know about this. Thank God I did not know about this.
Look,
Hot stove, yeah.
For
Okay.
wait, can you bring him back up, because a couple people just started watching live, and I want everybody to see that Mr. Keith over here
Has props.
has a prop, first prop ever been used as a prop.
not sure if it's a good one, but if you are ready for some hot stove talk, I got the mitt to catch you.
I mean, what more can you ask?
Wow.
For?
Wow.
What more did
Scrub me out of that one.
I'm glad
Oh.
a lot more people aren't watching right now, because
Thank God.
Oh,
they would have stopped.
I'm gonna post this on the White House website so every single Trump fan watches it out there.
They should.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what.
You want the FBI knocking at the door any minute?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Mueller or whatever. Anyway,
No.
isn't this a
we don't
baseball
need
show?
a Mueller. We don't need
Yeah.
anybody.
Why? We need a bunch of
Don't
people.
worry
who's
about
full of
Trump.
it. Oh, before we go on Spreaker, just a real quick, I want to tell everybody out there, I just got a phone call. These guys will be witness to it. Shaq, when he was a genie, just called me and told me. He told me the Mets are going to win the World
No.
Series in 2019.
Don't say it.
Shaq the genie. Not Shaq the basketball player, not Shaq anybody else, or the Miami Beach cop. Shaq the genie.
One of the worst movies ever made.
Doesn't matter. He's still a genie.
Shaq the Genie.
We're still winning.
Should have left that in on the cutting room floor. That one did not have to go on the air.
Psst, the worse, the better. You kidding me? Bad jokes all day, baby.
Look at me, not following my own rules. Get a coaster on this plastic table.
Hmm.
All right. So, without further ado, we will go. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. We're not going live. But so you sticking around here in case in the past few weeks you have been watching on YouTube, and then when we go to Spreaker, you go on the Spreaker or whatnot. You don't have to do that this time. Just stick with us on YouTube.
Stick with us. One,
Yeah.
two, three. Us
And
three.
Listen, YouTube, I think you'll be able to hear a little bit of what we play, because we got a couple of sound clips. But if not, we apologize. We'll let you know what that is, and you can just watch us dilly-dallying around while the clip is rolling. That's what it's a little backstage action, a little backstage pass there.
Oh, there you go. Backstage pass for free.
For free.
Free backstage pass.
Can't ask
Wow.
for it. All right, we're gonna go live.
Amazing.
We're already live. We're not going live anymore.
Again?
We're gonna start the show over on Spreaker.
On the radio
Not
side.
live, but it'll get posted later on. So we're gonna do that now. So we got some music coming. Hopefully you hear it even though you're on YouTube.
The feed is really, really smooth. The timing behind it, like our movements are really smooth. Like how before you saw like it was robotic, because I think we're not going like the Daniel is higher, so everything looks like that on video. So it's
All right, everybody, and welcome to
Welcome.
the Put It in the Book show, brought to you by the Cine Sports Talk Radio Network,
Yep.
as well as 27-ounce baseball. Shout out to Frank and
Yep.
the rest
Frank.
of the team. I am Steve.
I am Keith.
I got Keith to my right. Don't screw that up. Got Keith to my right.
That's what I'm made for. What's up, fellas and ladies and gentlemen
That's
and
his
children?
thing. That's his only thing.
It's the only thing
Well,
you
It's
guys
the
let me
only
do.
thing that he ever does consistently.
So the only thing I do consistently is screw up every bit. So
Except that bit. You could have let that one go.
well, it was the only thing left.
Look at the child.
It was the
Look at the
last.
child.
It was
Look
the
at
last bullet in the
He's
chamber.
hurt.
I had to fire it sometime.
I still love you.
Love you too, babe.
Don't bleed it out.
Hold on.
You'll be fine.
Rodriguez across the table. We are coming at you on Spreaker right now. You can listen to us on Spreaker
Welcome.
or iTunes or Castbox or all that good stuff. But we've already been live on YouTube for the last few minutes.
Couple of minutes.
Yeah. So and Keith used a prop that you guys on Spreaker and listening to us won't be able to see or appreciate. So maybe we can record that later and we'll just pop it on for people who can't see.
We can put it on our
We did
Facebook,
record it already.
Instagram, YouTube, Twitter,
Uh-huh.
Pony Express,
Don't say it.
the
You can't
YSA,
say it.
baby.
Okay.
The YSA.
All right.
So
We're good.
yeah, and brand new stuff. The Put It in the Book show has now opened up some social media stuff, and so we're on Twitter, and you can find us on Twitter at the TII.
Focus.
You find us at
Rewind.
the PIITB show.
TV show.
The Put It in the Books abbreviation PIITB show on Instagram and Twitter.
PIITB.
It's really bad.
The
I have to
PIITB show.
straighten
That
out
doesn't sound right
the
either.
confusion.
Put it in the book show.
We're all confused.
We have
I'm
somebody
straightening
who's
the
very
confusion
upset with us on YouTube.
out.
Uh-oh.
Theo?
No, it's not.
Oh, is it Theo? Oh,
Not Theo.
Theo's coming. Theo's coming.
It is. It's Tim. And so Tim's upset.
Tim.
Did you not notify him of our
Oh,
plans?
no.
I did not because we made those plans late in the day. I got home from work. Do you want me to walk you through what my
Timmy?
day after work was
No,
like? I don't think so.
don't.
It'll take at least 20
You
minutes.
act
of the
like
show.
you know
No.
that you've never heard a voice to text before because that's what you do.
All the time for everything.
I'm trying to get you guys to alleviate
Sorry.
me from some accountability here. So
yes, but
as a team, we're a
Tim
team.
can watch you live
we're
right
we're
now.
a team, right? Hey Tim. We're a team, right? So
Give me that
come
wink,
on.
Tim. I
Yeah.
got your back. I got your back.
Sorry,
Tim, he
Tim.
screwed up.
It was an executive decision. Steve Faraci made it. For
Yeah, he
us,
did say it. Faraci
for-
said it.
He did.
Came
But
out of his mouth first.
so we can do a quick 2-minute rendition and put it in the books. The Giants had a good week. They played well.
Wait,
They
almost blew it, but they won.
Don't steer this. in
Wait,
that
Show is
direction,
over.
please.
No,
No, I already ended the show.
No.
You guys can't do that. I just ended the
No.
show already.
Okay. Thank you.
Should we keep David Wright at quarterback?
What? Oh, yeah. He did it. Two different sports, huh?
Little crossover there.
It's the,
Little crossover
it's
action.
the transportster. That's
Easy.
what I am. I'm the transportster.
Easy.
Transportster.
Easy.
Because you
Reel it back.
transition
Reel
from
that back.
sport to sport.
Yeah.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
Tranquilo, nene.
All right. So yeah, you can follow us on all that social media,
Why is
and we will be putting all bunch of stuff up there, videos, our reactions to things.
Yeah, all kidding aside, put in the books
Put it-
the
put it- put it.
PIITB show on Instagram and Twitter. We will put things exclusively to each social media outlet, so definitely join all three.
Yeah,
Join them all.
absolutely.
Join them all.
Tim says, "I'll just wipe these tears and move it on.
Oh
Love you,
my
Tim.
God.
Enjoy your new precious second baseman and closer."
Oh my God. You
We're gonna
hurt
get into
Timmy's
that.
feelings.
We're gonna get into that.
Why'd you do that to him?
Sorry, Tim.
We are absolutely going to
We're
get
sorry about that, Timmy.
into that, and
I own that, even though it's Faraji's fault.
It is Faraci's fault. He said not to do the show.
But
It usually
he's
is
a
mine.
friend, so I'm gonna take.
we
that
got your
ownership
back
for you.
though, Faraci.
I got you, bro.
We
Thank
got you.
Thanks,
bump.
guys.
We got you.
You can bump my bruised finger.
Your stupid fist bump.
I put
All right.
my bruised finger up for a fist bump at the gym, and some dude was like, "Bam!" and I was like, "Ah, you!" I had to play it off.
You know who you are, dude.
He's due.
All right, so listen. Some of the things we'll be talking about today. We'll talk about Noah Syndergaard. Is Thor going to get traded? You okay? Did I disregard what you were saying?
No, it's
He didn't
because
say anything. He didn't say anything.
okay.
all I had to
He
do
was
was mute
quiet.
my mic, but he knew I was thinking of saying something.
Pretty close.
Since I didn't say it, we just laughed.
Perfect. All
Just
right.
go,
So
go.
is store going to get traded? We'll talk through that. Van Wagon it. Clearly not afraid to take any risk. He just took a risk, and we'll get into that trade.
I'm gonna be your Puffy, and you're gonna be my Biggie.
The new. So we'll talk about our new players.
Yeah, players. That's right.
To the Mets.
To the Mets, baby.
All right, and is Cano? Don't you know a good fit for the Mets?
Come
we'll
on.
talk through that.
C-A-N-O,
Also,
mm-hmm.
what are we gonna do about the bullpen? We
That's
still got
right.
moves to make. But the best news of them all was when Van Wagenet said,
Brody.
"You think I just made this deal and that's it?
Yeah, that's
I got more to come."
Check it.
He's in on everything. He's got, and then we heard from Jeff Wilpon saying the bank is open.
Come on, that's right.
And Brody's got his fingers in everything. Giddy
That's
up.
right. Giddy up.
Giddy up.
That's right. Yeah.
But before we talk about that, all that, would you like to tell the folks out there and down there
Down where?
about one of our sponsors?
I
What
would.
they have to offer?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, we are shamelessly
Batter up.
advertising for all of you who can see us out there. Brooklyn Water
And
Coffee.
a little bit later in the
Roasters.
show, we got a little bit of a surprise little gift thing going on. Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. You did mention that.
Absolutely.
You go back to that little thing.
So quickly on
Okay,
that,
Kramer.
if you listen a little later in the show, we may not wait till the very end, but definitely a little later in the show, we will give a little gift when it comes to what we have in store for Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters. But this segment here, and a lot of what we do, as a matter of fact, probably everything at this point, this segment is brought to you by Brooklyn Water Coffee. I'm so New York. I can't say, it's hard for me to drop the W. I'm just going to do it. This segment is brought to you by Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.
Wow.
From their, I emphasize it.
Hardcore.
From their roastery to your front door. Giddy up.
I don't know why you.
Only the finest of beans from all over the world. You're ruining it. I was using that to block the fact that I'm reading off a script. Damn you.
Oh,
Now you all know. I'm exposed.
I can still see the paper.
He feels
damn.
naked. He feels
Look at
naked.
it.
So anyway,
Somebody
enjoy
cover 'em
a
up.
big cup of. I have 5 flavors, but I think there's more flavors than 5 at this point, right?
Oh,
I think there's one out right now called Winter Wonderland, which is amazing. But the 5 I have to offer is
Oh yeah, you know what that is.
Jacked Up Cupcake. Now, as those of you who listen to us often know, that's what we call my buddy over here, Rodriguez. He's
All
our,
three of you.
all 3 of us.
That's mine.
All three
including-
of you.
All 3 of us.
All tree.
This coffee, it's a high energy coffee. It's and it's really one jacked up cupcake.
It sure is.
This delicious vanilla cupcake flavored
And
coffee
nutritious.
contains 50% more caffeine per cup and
Yep.
no calories. How many calories for Archie?
Zero.
Bilingual. The man's bilingual. He's a genius.
We also have the drunken pig. I think that's here, right? Oh yeah, drunken pig.
drunken pig.
And don't worry, in the
Who
making
does
of the
not love a
drunken
drunken
pig,
pig?
no animals were harmed. I promise you. And it's a non-alcoholic treat. Then there's also the dark roast
What?
dark chocolate, which is a favorite out there, right? It's a guilt-free, no calories,
Yummy.
full of rich chocolate flavor. Then there's the chicken and waffles. I haven't tried that one yet. You tried that chicken and waffles?
No, not yet.
This one is, yes, it's called chicken and waffles, but it's vegan friendly and it has no calories, so don't worry out
No
there.
chicken in it.
No chicken in the
No
chicken and
chickens were
waffles.
harmed.
Yeah, it's like tofu chicken. It's not really chicken, it's tofu, but this is really coffee. Then we have number 4, which is the medium roast. This is hands down, without a doubt, no question in anybody's mind, the most popular coffee at Brooklyn Water Coffee
Got
Roasters.
excited.
It's a blend of African and South American coffees. The blend has a full body and complex coffee that offers sweet citrus note and a lingering
Uy.
bright finish.
Ay, qué bueno. Sexy.
Tell me, don't ever do that again.
I'm not going to tell you that.
Oh, he liked it. He liked it.
Yeah, I think so.
Go on.
Please.
You can order all of these things, all of these treats, and more, including the Winter Wonderland, which I previously mentioned, at BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com. When you order the coffee, they'll make your order.
Get to. Trust me, get to.
They make it to order per your order. And within 24 hours of that order being roasted, your beans, it will be shipped to you. So it'll be so fresh. It'll blow
And
your
so clean.
mind. What kind of mind? Every mind.
Mind
right.
blown, I guess.
That's right. Hold on.
Good job.
That was good, right?
Good job.
I drag out that advertisement.
No, it's perfect. No,
Yeah.
I love it.
It
love
is
what we
amazing
got going on
coffee.
here.
By the way, I'm stealing some of your
it's-
jacked up cupcake this week.
Are we gonna remember that?
Yeah. I forget every week to take some, but I blame him because it's better than being.
That's the way he does things.
Well, it's better than being accountable. Why
In
be
life.
accountable when you can blame someone? Ba-dum-bum.
I agree. Oh, I'm with you, buddy. All right, so let's get into some of the meat and potatoes of what's going on here.
What's going on?
Brody Van Wagenet is making a
The new man.
splash.
The
Right
new
now,
man.
it's a medium sized splash, but with some of the other things,
It's a nice
that
little
could
splash.
potentially go on, it could be a big splash for the offseason. So there are a few things here that we have liked, and I'm fast forwarding a little bit because after the Mets get Cano and Diaz,
Don't you know?
don't you know? The very next day or later that night, there's a picture of the Mets family that have banded together, higher ups from Jeff Wilpon,
Senior.
Senior, Fred.
Fred
Is
Wilpon,
that-
Senior.
that's- yes. Down to Callaway,
Minaya.
Brody, Minaya. Minaya.
Mm.
Some
But
other dude we didn't know.
it's yeah. You know what? The first glimpse, I thought it was DeGrom,
All right, with his short
But-
hair, but
but I don't think so.
Oh,
no.
isn't that the new guy that just signed on with them? Armin?
no.
Arman or something like that?
It could be. Yeah.
I think that's the new guy that just came on with them from Boston, was it, or something?
Oh my god!
the
Was
new
it
guy.
Oswald?
Not Corey Oswald, not the
No.
pitcher.
Oh.
Not a pitcher.
You're
The,
gonna
the
make me
new
go on Brody's Twitter.
assistant to the GM or something.
Okay.
The new guy that
Just
showed up.
if you carry on, I'll bring it back.
But
and
but my
remind you guys.
reason for bringing it up is we haven't seen. When have we ever seen that type of thing going on?
No.
Never.
No,
This is
that was family. That
Right.
was like, it's us.
yes.
It
And
it's
welcome to the family.
Personal. It was
Yep.
personal.
And he at the press conference, he talked about when he was talking about how the trade kind of came about. He gave credit from the scouts who scouted the players the Mets sent to Seattle. Credit to them all the way up. He said Callaway had a hand
He's a
in it.
slick guy. He's slick, man.
He's
he
a
can
very
talk.
good speaker.
Very good speaker.
But so far, he's done a little bit of action.
He's aggressive.
He's yes.
You can tell. You
And-
know, he
and that's
was
another thing.
being an ex-agent. He had to be
Yes.
aggressive. So
I think the last time I remember a Mets GM being as aggressive
say it.
of a
Say his
GM
name.
was Steve Phillips.
Yep.
Phillips was aggressive.
Because he was always out there. He was
He trying.
He got a bad rep for his. He's an OG of hashtag Me Too.
But
a
he
bad
had
rep. Rightfully so. He got that bad rep, but prior to all that coming to light, he did a really good job as a GM. You can't really say Steve Phillips didn't know what he was doing. He went out there and he had a Brody kind of has the same approach.
he had a nice team. He was able to get a nice team together.
I think Brody.
But
I don't
Minaya's team
know.
was better.
Listen, I think Brody
I think Brody's going to be good too, man.
so far, and it's really only one move, but it's a big move. So far, everything he has said has been spot on, and he has followed through on.
You see, now I'm going to throw this at you guys because I was thinking about this. I think the reason that we were able to get rid of those guys like Kellenic, Justin Dunn, what was the other guy? Bautista.
Bautista, yeah.
Bautista. Because I think they're confident that Minaya can replace those guys. Because you know how good he is at getting people for cheap,
Brilliant.
for nothing.
Yep.
So if they keep him in that mindset, he's gonna do well for us again. I think they trust in them now. Brody trusts in the lower GMs and the lower scouts and the evaluators. He's trusting them
Yep.
to make sure. And hopefully, if they're wrong, he holds them accountable, and he holds himself accountable.
For me, I think it's because he's been in it. He's had to get information from scouts.
True.
To in order to say, hey, should I go out and try and sign this guy so I can represent him? So I thought, it's that he's out there. He's been out there as an agent, so he knows what's going on. He knows how much work those scouts put in, so that
Sure.
the agents can sign their guys, and so then the team can then sign their guys.
He has such a different approach, a different view of the game than your typical GM. So that's why he got a lot of criticism when he was first hired. But um, a different view on things. See, as baseball fans, we're mostly traditionalists, so we feel different view, different thought, different rules. Like we get so upset with any change because we are just severe traditionalists, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but sometimes change is also necessary. So this guy's going to have a different view of the GM position and how to approach it than anybody in the history of the game. Think about it. No GM has ever, no agent has ever become a GM ever. So he's going to have such a different insight. He's typically, if you look at it, he's what you would call, if we were looking at
He's a player's GM to me.
that too, but also remember, he also knows what he did to fool the GMs into getting what he wanted. So
Right.
if you're looking at a war, you have two trenches, just to make it nice and simple. He was in both trenches now. So he has an idea of both mindsets, and he knows how to pull and give and take, and he might know what might entice them that really isn't as valuable as it should be.
He said that it would be really hard for them to find a place for Machado or for Hair Flipper. He said it would take a lot to get them here. So I think we have to. I'm just saying that I'm throwing it out there so we start getting off the Machado and the Hair Flipper wagon and start being more realistic and looking for guys like a Pollock, or other guys out there like a Marwin Gonzalez. Those
Well,
guys
Goldschmidt's
you can
gone.
make a whole team.
Goldschmidt's off the market.
Yeah, but we don't want a Goldschmidt. We're planning to bring our own Goldschmidt up. Basically, that's the guy.
Hopefully, right?
I mean, he's coming up. He's not coming up right at the start of the season, so forget that. They're doing that waiting deal with him also. So probably by May, the beginning of May, he'll be up.
Yeah, so
He has to be up. So,
But speaking of Alonso,
speaking of,
did you guys hear the latest on a possible Remuto deal?
oh, I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Alonso was brought in.
Alonso was brought into the discussion with them being able to take on like a lower level pitcher. So the talk was Alonso and Vargas for Real Muto.
For Real Muto, and I think they have like a pick or something like that. There were three for Real Muto. But Alonso is a must.
Or
Alonso,
Conforto?
Vargas. Well, they want to be the Vargas contract. They'll be out of it next year. Okay. The Alonso thing is a first baseman forever for them now, and another high draft
I know, but
pick.
do you want to give up your first baseman forever?
I'm not saying
a
that.
guy that can hit 30
He's
to
talking
40
about it.
potentially.
He-
To me,
I don't know.
to me, when you talk about catcher position, you're automatically lessening the value, and not because that the catcher's less important. In a lot of ways, they're more important. But you're talking about in terms of how often to be on the field. The way the game is played today, you are extremely lucky. So far, Real Muto has done it, but you're extremely lucky if you get 110 games a year out of a catcher, 120
Catcher's
games.
the most important position besides pitcher.
It is, but you're lucky if you get over 100 games out of catchers this time and age. It's just not. Real Muto has done it his whole career so far, even with his injury.
So
last
you
year,
wouldn't
he
do
still
it.
hit
You wouldn't do the Real Muto for Alonso. 'Cause that's what you're basically saying. You don't want to trade Real Muto for Alonso.
I think that you have to look at upside and plus to the team. I think we have catcher solutions somewhat, and I think we can solve that solution without losing Alonso
They're all injured.
on the free agent market.
Our catchers are all injured.
Okay, but you can solve the issue on the free agent market without losing Alonso. Is
What do you
Real
gotta-
Muto-
Why do you got to pay? Well, if you bring Real Muto in, you got to catch it for the next 5 years.
Unless
All-star
he gets
catcher,
a
right?
boo-boo and then he's out for 80 games.
Well, that could happen with Alonso.
It's happened to our entire team the last 2 years.
Yeah, pretty much. Last 3
Case
years,
in
you could
point.
say.
You got to be extra careful, right? Case in point. I mean, I guess to me, I think that you
Don't
have
try
to.
and use my point against me.
I did. I just flipped it right back at you. I went, "Wakata."
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay, like if the trade happened, I won't be happy. I won't be sad. I get it. I just, it's a today certainty against possibly better tomorrow. Do you want the certainty or the possibly? It's really what it comes down to.
Possible certainty, I would like.
Well,
It's certainly possible.
everything's possibly
that,
certain, right? But I think the possibility of Real Muto being certain in 2019 is better at this point than Alonso. But I believe Alonso can be there, and then some. First baseman is key. First baseman is key too. To have a power
They
hitting
could
first
just
baseman.
move Cano over to first. They could move
How many-
Frazier over to first. We have like a five first
Frazier-
baseman. So what's
Frazier-
the difference?
Do you want 5 first
Fra-
basemen, or do
Frazier,
you want a lockdown
Cano?
power first baseman?
Frazier, Cano, even Conforto plays first base. Even Cespedes, they were playing at first base. Why could you not put Cespedes
Here
at
we
first
go again.
base?
Why don't we just put freaking what's his face at first base? Hey, we can
Right?
bring up the other guy, Nito, the
What?
guy that sucks. Put him at first. Why not?
Don't we have Hanley?
Let's go back to my original
Hanley?
theory. I think we should hire 162 people in succession. Like, we let them know when this one's fired, you're hired. So they're not technically a part of the roster. And we just put one first baseman per game.
They
each of the
even
year.
said McNeil to play first base.
I
Yeah.
think you're
They
exaggerating.
even
a little.
said that on the.
I heard Callaway's going to play first. I heard Island's good up there. That boy got a glove. And he's a lefty too, isn't he?
DeGrom would be really good at
Yeah,
first
he
base. I
would.
could see DeGrom being a really good first
We
baseman.
could also put YSA at first base. But who cares?
You know who we should bring back?
Who?
Bring Matt Harvey to play first.
Yeah, let's do it.
He might be a better first baseman than
Actually,
a pitcher right now.
actually,
Rico Brogna's on the
Ruben
market.
Tanada is a free
Tanada.
agent, and he plays first and second.
Dioteta's a free agent, and no one cares.
Did anybody catch my
Teota.
jab at
Mm.
Harvey?
I
Yes,
did.
yes,
Okay, good.
we
Because
got
he
it.
can't pitch. He sucks.
He's upset about everybody
Yeah,
not
I
playing
can see
first
that.
base.
Who's
How many
signing?
first basemen do we have, Keith?
49. Who's playing Harvey?
He hit a home run.
Who's paying Harvey this year?
Nobody. He's a free agent.
I know. Who's
Yeah.
paying him? You think he's going to get a
He's definitely going to get signed somewhere.
course.
How much?
The
League-
Royals will
No,
sign
no,
him.
league minimum, minor league?
They
contract?
might bring him on a minor league contract.
The Mets?
No, anybody.
No, he'll never
not
come
no.
back to the Mets.
First of all, we don't want you back. We got rid of you. We
See
don't
ya.
want you back,
He's gonna be a skanky.
Matthew Harvey.
He's
That's
gonna do.
fine.
He's gonna do a Dwight Gooden
That's
skanky
fine
thing.
because you know what? He's just gonna.
I believe
He's gonna.
that
He's gonna
Harvey's
face
not the
the
future.
Red Sox. He's gonna face the Blue Jays still with that
I
lineup.
loved Harvey, man. That
I
was
love
my
them too,
boy.
but now he's not a American. Go screw himself. Tell him how you feel about
Give it
Wilmer.
up.
Tell him
Huh?
tell everybody how you feel about Wilmer.
Wilmer,
You heard the first, right? I'll just let you know it wasn't fudge.
It was friendly.
sickle, fudge sickle, Wilmer. Have a fudge sickle.
I believe
He's gone.
I know, but I wish
Get
him the
over
best.
it.
I wish
I
him the
don't want
best.
nothing but
Unless he
nothing
becomes
from
like
him.
a
I want
Philly, a
nothing
National,
for
or
him.
Marlin, then he's. And you
I
know,
want him to sign back with us for less. That's what I
Listen.
want.
I'm good with that. If he becomes a Philly National, Marlin,
That's what I
then
really
he
want.
should probably rot in the place that he sits and never
You
stand up
see?
again.
You see?
Wait, but here
Why?
I want him to go to the American League with his arthritic crap knees. Go to the American League. You got no range. You suck in the field. You're a liability
Go be a
unless you're
DH?
batting. Yeah, because he's a
He's
good
not a
bat.
liability in the field, man.
He's a
The
liability
guy's
at the
like a
plate.
970,
Flores, he was like-
980 fielding
His
percentage.
WAR, I think, was negative in the field.
no,
No way.
But the cock.
Look at his fielding percentage. Look up his fielding percentage.
yeah.
stat.
Please look at the stats.
I believe that Flores is not the future.
No, he gone. Get out, Flores, and take your crying with you.
All right, so Tim said Harvey's going to get signed by Tampa.
He might, or the Marlins.
Good. American League douche. Your ERA will be like 6.
Yeah, because then you got to face the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Go on, Harvey. Although he did get his velocity back at by the end of last year, he was throwing hard again. But screw you, Harvey.
Timmy, we don't want none of that talk around here.
Is he talking Yankee talk? Really?
He said, well, if Harvey does a Dwight Gooden, that means he's going to win a World Series. I'll take it.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
You think Harvey's going to win a World Series?
If Harvey goes to the Skankies, he'll win.
He's got a better shot, even if he goes 4-12.
Are you listening to
Well,
what
because
Tim?
he-
Yeah, are you reading what Tim is saying? Because he's got a better shot because he's a
No,
Skanky.
I said
But
that.
he could
Oh.
he could be the 10th pitcher on the staff with the Yankees.
No, dude, he'll be the 4th or 5th starter, and he'll win 15
It depends
games.
where he signs.
with a
It-
5.30 ERA.
But
okay.
he'll win 15 games.
Right, exactly.
All kidding aside, it really does depend where he signs. So if he signs with a team like the Yankees, they're not going to expect a lot out of him. So he, will fill his little role.
Screw
But stick
you,
him on
Harvey.
stick him on like the
Screw you,
Diamondbacks, stick him
Harvey.
on the Giants, stick him on the even on
Say it.
Tampa Bay.
Say
like
your
Tim
teams.
suggested.
You have two
Stick-
teams. You stick
Stick it on the
everybody on.
Marlins. Stick it in Seattle. Stick it at YSA in Texas. I think the truth is, on
Seattle
those
and Texas.
teams,
Go to.
he will be, a good player. Like he'll fit his role. I just think that anywhere you put him, and you're expecting him to be this kind of starting superstar. Pitch.
I don't care
throws
about
him
Mo
any-
Harvey anymore at all.
You
At
guys
all.
are talking about it.
He-
I can't.
I
No,
was
I'm
saying
just
bring
saying.
him in
I'm
to play
not
first
saying that. I
base.
don't care what you're saying. I'm saying I just don't care about him at all anymore. I loved him when he was a Met.
So you believe that Harvey's not the future?
I do believe.
Oh.
I think what's going to wind up happening is either he's going to get signed
I want that
by
hat.
I got this at Modell's in New York. Didn't find it anywhere else.
Oh,
Not
you're a
even online.
Dude,
This is
dude.
last year. Last year.
That's a nice hat. I like it.
Thank you.
Here it is. Here it comes again.
Hot stove.
Hot stove talk.
How can we even compliment my glove?
I love your glove.
I don't really love it.
For you guys listening
truth,
and
I
not
don't love
watching,
it.
Keith is holding up a mitt.
It's a nice mitt. I like
It's
it.
definitely a nice mitt.
I like it. Does
And
it actually work for real, or will you burn the shit out, the
You'll-
stuff out of your hands?
You burn the sugar out of your toes.
Oh boy.
You put that on your foot?
I do.
Oh, sexy
I
talk
cook,
coming.
I cook with my feet. This is gonna be Farachi now.
Did you tickle your feet or you pickle your feet?
Cook with them.
You cook? He cooks with his feet.
Remember that time
That's a sight.
Kramer installed the garbage disposal in his bathtub and he was cooking meals in his shower?
No, but I know when he invented the bro.
The man's here, bro.
With the dad, with wow.
Frank Costanza.
Frank Costanza.
Oh, the one with it's funny. Whenever I think of the dad, what's his name? Stiller.
Jerry Stiller.
Jerry Stiller. I think of the one where George is trying to be gone for a little while, and nobody can find him, and Steinbrenner is looking for him, and then Jerry gets home to a missed message on an answering machine from the 90s, to a message from Frank saying, "Hey Jerry, it's Frank Costanza. Call me back. George is dead." Steinbrenner's here. Call me back. George is dead.
Wow.
The Steinbrenner thing I hated because it wasn't a Met thing, but it was pretty funny.
Well,
It
well,
was.
that's why he
I
did
love
it.
the chicken.
Because he's a Mets fan, so he was
Yes.
just giving it to him good all the time. Who did was it Larry David who did the Steinbrenner voice?
Yes.
It was, right?
Beautiful George.
Oh, that's actually, I didn't know that. That's actually fitting.
Yeah.
So for those of you on YouTube, excuse me.
Where are you going?
What?
Number one.
What is
You'll
happening?
be right back. All right.
All right.
So those of you on YouTube and on audio, Keith will be right back.
Sure. Just imagine a big white spot here.
Or this guy.
Yeah, try that guy. That's Keith. That
There he
looks-
is. Perfect.
That looks like Keith. That's probably Keith most of the time anyway.
That's
Put him
left.
here. Let him sit here. He's in the middle of the show. Let him
there
do the
we go.
show. There you go.
There we go. And now we're using props.
Now we're using props. Meet the new Keith.
So now that he's not in the room,
Yes.
we really made that up. There's no
Yeah, we made up that
Alonso.
Alonso story, yo.
And the first time he's going to hear about it is when he listens to the show. All right. So anyway,
Yeah, so no one tell him.
Flores. Is that where we were? No, we were still on Harvey. We're talking about ex-Mets here on the Put in the
Absolutely.
Book show, brought to you by Cine Sports Talk on the Cine Sports Talk Radio Network, as well as 27 Outs Baseball. You can find them on Twitter and Instagram and Spreaker. Head over to Spreaker on for both of the shows on the
Hang out on
27
Spreaker. It's
ounce
pretty cool.
baseball show. More shows to come there. I think we got a Cardinals show coming up.
I heard.
Blue
Exciting.
Jays show.
Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt went to the Cardinals, guys.
Toronto Blue Jays.
I don't
They're
really
up the
like
coast,
that.
you know.
Up the
We
coast.
could go see them in spring training.
Oh yeah, let's go see Goldie.
Wow.
Goldie can mash.
That'd be nice.
I'm jealous. I wish we had a first baseman that could mash.
We will.
All right.
We will. Oh, we'll trade him away.
No.
So, see?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is real life, so sometimes real life happens.
Yeah. Mike's not on, but.
I was talking to you.
Oh.
I didn't even see you.
All right. So I did want to play. This is actually Keith's doing. I did want to play.
Oh, the real Keith is back. You can put
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
the little Keith
We're
over
using-
there.
I haven't had a sandwich in a long time. I'm gonna order a sandwich next week, and I'm pretty excited about it.
A sandwich. A hero.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was his
It's
idea
not a
to
freaking hoagie.
No, it's not a hoagie.
Ugh.
Philadelphia.
What's the matter with you? Smell bad.
Philadelphia.
Filthies. Brian Holmes sucks.
Brian Hom sucks.
All day.
All right. So let's get to this sound is done.
Uh-oh.
All right. So we're gonna
Technical difficulties again.
No, we're good. We're gonna play what might have been the greatest of all the team record holding clutch guy, Wilma Flores.
Just a little reenactment.
Okay.
This might be the best moment. It came for those of you who remember 2 days after the non-trade trade in which Flores was heading to Milwaukee for
Carlos Gomez.
an all-star center fielder that's a bum now.
Yeah, he's a pretty dope
yeah,
dude.
he's a moron.
Not in a good
um,
way.
This
Did you see him on
came-
Instagram?
No.
Carlos Gomez was on Instagram singing what's his name's rap song in Spanish. Our old shortstop. What's his freaking name? I forgot.
Reyes.
Reyes' new rap song. And he was singing it on Instagram and banging his head and acting like a fool. And we almost traded for that guy.
His name is.
I
fitting.
did not. I was not happy with that.
I didn't
all.
think it was a
I
good
remember
idea.
I was ironing my shirt for the next day, and I was watching, and they said it was done, and then it was like the pain. Remember this when you remember Wilma Flores, how bad you felt before he was even told, and he's out there
Crying at
and-
shortstop.
but then he gets told by the fans. That's how he found out. Fans said, "Hey, good luck in Milwaukee." He was like, "What?" Then he found out, and out there on the field, and I'm thinking, man, this organization is messing up another moment. This time it's on TV, talking about like the
In front
Willie
of everyone.
Randolph firing in front of everybody, and the poor guy is being made to sit out there. As soon as somebody gets traded, you yank him.
Take him off the field. He left him on the field to cry.
Right. That's
And
another
somebody,
good point.
Somebody should have gotten word down to Terry Collins
to
because
tell him.
somebody told
Terry
him.
didn't know.
He didn't know. Well,
No.
that's what I'm saying. Somebody should have gotten word down there. I mean, all of social media
I
is
don't
lighting
know.
up with it.
This
Yeah.
is another good point
Yeah.
and good reason why the culture change
Thank
we're
you.
experiencing is amazing. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, because that was bad. You're right. Very bad taste.
And so,
Bastards.
thankfully, the captain.
Was there.
Little toast to the captain.
Always
Always.
to the captain.
Captain Ulsa. Cheers, Captain.
Here's captain right here.
And I love you,
Brought
Captain.
to
But
you
get
by
off
the-
the 40, man.
By
Let's
the
go.
7-line army. There's a little bit of Mets gear
Yeah.
right there. We got a lot of Mets
Right
stuff
there.
going on here.
I'm digging it.
So this was 2 days after, and it was basically the start of our run in 2015, where we just caught fire. It was against the Nationals, and it was in the 12th inning. Here we
Well
go.
deserved.
Here we go. All right, so that was Wilmer Flores, and again, you guys
But
on YouTube
there's
can't
one thing
hear
I gotta
the
say about
sound
Wilmer
yet.
Flores. You ready? One,
What?
2, 3.
What are we doing?
We just
We're doing the fuckata.
But-
uncursed.
Are you gonna do the
arthritic knees
fuckata
from
with
us.
us
No,
this time?
I told you I'm not gonna do
Why
that.
are you not gonna do the fuckata?
And especially towards Flores, what are we doing that for?
We're just getting rid of
we're
him.
getting rid of the bad juju.
But he's not bad juju.
Yeah, he is.
He was part of.
Is he on the team now?
No.
Then he's bad juju.
Why we gotta talk about Jews like that?
Please want him.
No, I'm just saying. Why
Why
can't it be like anything else? Like bad boo boo. Bad.
It's not JEW. It's JU.
Oh,
It's not bad.
Nice one, Laris.
Jew. Ah,
Nice one. Are you okay?
yeah. YouTube is
Uh-oh.
stalling.
guess what? We're probably not even on YouTube anymore.
I just want to put out.
See?
Well, my mom's watching. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm also on.
I think your mom has you on perennial loop on a video in her PC. She never
Yeah.
misses you. Uh-oh. The network is down.
No, we seem to be good.
No, it
Network
could
is
be me,
down,
'cause
people.
look, now YouTube itself isn't even loading, and I'm on the.
It's
Anyway,
not us, guys. It's not us. It's the folks at Google.
on
We
with the show.
did.
On
We
with the show.
did.
All right. So Wilmer Flores, countless times we loved having him up in the
We did.
the late
Respect,
innings.
Wilmer.
And when
Wasn't he the most
Gatire.
clutch behind captain?
he was the most clutch, not behind the captain. He is.
Oh, he was
has
the
the-
No,
the
he's
most,
he's more close to the
Yeah.
captain. Are you kidding me?
which is- that's
Gatire
just
number
weird to
4.
say.
Respeto. Buena suerte.
So yeah, so away from number 4 and on to number 5, captain. Let's talk
Not on the
about
team
captain a little
anymore.
while.
Not on the team. We love him.
Technically, he is
He's on the 40 man,
on the 40-man roster.
He's not playing.
but he's on the 40 man, so technically he's on the team.
Okay.
If we won a
Fine.
championship, he'd get one. Let's do it.
If they keep him on the 40 man for the year,
They have to, otherwise they don't collect the insurance.
for this year,
Yeah, so right now what the Wilpons are doing is they're trying to get a payout for Captain David Wright's insurance. So they'll get a lump sum. They're out of the insurance deal, and the insurance they'll settle for less. They'll pay it out to the captain, and then they can officially remove the captain from the 40 man. But until that happens, until the insurance either pays out, allows them to continue at some kind of discount, he will remain on the 40 man roster because he has to be a 40 man roster player in order for the insurance to be activated, excuse me, not inactive.
so he's gonna, and don't get upset, he's gonna Bobby Bonilla us for 1 year, but we don't care because we love him. And I mean that sincerely, not in any with any
Yeah,
sarcastic
and
way.
it's in a lot better capacity because in this particular case, what we're trying to do is get a settlement payout for him from the insurance company.
Both
so
of
we
us
can-
benefit.
right? So
With the
it'll
Bonilla
be
thing, it's
it'll be
brutal.
done. Fuck it up.
Wakata?
And then right, fuck it up, and then we're done. It's not. We're not going to be paying his salary until 2019.
All right, but he's not on the
2029,
team.
excuse me.
He's not on the team. I
Right.
mean, yeah, he's on the team.
He's
not on the
occupying a spot because of those reasons. So there is still some financial reason behind it why we are one short in a 40 man. But in all honesty, if you have a good team, 39 men should do it. You should not get to your 40th man.
team. No, if you get to your 40th man, there's a problem.
You're screwed.
We
So-
almost did.
Right. So I mean,
I think we have.
I-
Are
I
you
know,
kidding
and
me?
I think so too.
Easily.
and honestly, you know, Wilmer's an upper echelon of that 40 man because
Goodbye, Wilmer.
he's in the MLB club. However,
Loser.
he was a victim
Traitor.
to this extra man. I think if
Sign back.
if we had the 40th man, we probably would have just kept him a little bit longer just to see, or at least hang.
What's the
dangle the
lowest you
tree
think he'll take? And what's the highest the Mets will offer?
bait. I think what did he make last year? 4 million.
I thought he was in the 4 million range last year.
yeah,
Right? Or 3.5 maybe. Something
This
like
year
that
he'd
he was.
probably be up around 5, maybe 6.
Who's that?
Wilmer.
Yeah, I saw 4.7 was the exact estimate.
So
for
if they
the-
give him a 3.5, 4, if they give him 4 to come back, I think that's fair.
Mets would probably be looking more to give him like 2.5, 3.
Okay. 3.
I mean, I don't have an issue with the Mets throwing that as an offer. Like, hey, 2 years, 1 year, 3 million, 6 million, whatever. I think Wilmer is a valuable off the bench person.
I think he can play every position on the infield,
if
and he hits.
if he's smart, he'll look and try to have his agent sell him as a DH in the AL. He will be a star as a DH in the AL.
Oh,
The guy will hit 30 homers.
He'll hit 25, 30, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll hit between 20 and 30, I think.
Well,
Steady.
I was telling Rodriguez if the Mets don't bring him back at a lower rate, I think Milwaukee is a potential spot for him.
He'd do good in a
second
place
base
like
opened up, and
he'd do good in a place like Minnesota, where he faces the Tigers 20 something times a year. You know, like Indians, you know, they're a little rough, obviously, but he can face a weaker division. He would hit those 30
You want
home
him to
runs.
go to the Central Division?
I want him to go away from us because I think it'll hurt us because the guy is clutch. The guy plays with a heart.
but what do you mean by he gets to play Detroit? Meaning
I mean, like their pitching in that division
No.
is subpar.
so you're saying that Flores can only do it against subpar pitching
No, I'm just trying to think of what's beneficial for him and furthest from
for
us.
us.
Yeah. So I mean,
Beneficial for us that he goes to the Central Division.
so if you
the
if you send
American
him
League.
to like my famous Seattle, Texas, or he still faces the Astros, he faces the A's, he's going to face some good competition. He may not hit that 30, but if he goes to Minnesota, he'll face a little bit of a weaker competition. He'll be far away from us, and he may increase his own value and do well as a DH in AL. I think that's his future. DH
I've
in
never
AL.
heard increased value as a DH term.
Well, what about
versus-
Big Poppy? You think Big Poppy was signed for his first base skills or his bat?
Look, he played fine first base in
But
Minnesota.
what do you think Boston signed him for? His first base skills?
Boston signed him, hoping that he was going to be a decent player because he
I'm talking about his second contract with Boston. You're like reverting. Let's talk. Okay.
not reverting.
His second contract with Boston.
Well, he had already established value as a DH. But I'm
Right.
saying a guy who can play the field at a capable level like Wilmer Flores, I don't see why
he's still only 26.
why
right?
he'd be
He's very young.
increasing his value as only a hitter.
He has a couple of different minuses on him, right? His arthritic knees, right? That's
Well, remember that wasn't that. They
What was it?
changed the diagnosis on it. I don't remember what it was.
I thought it was arthritis.
They
Okay.
changed it.
So I'm mistaken. Okay, and if it was something that was just an ailment, and he's fine now. That's different. He's not a bad first baseman. I've seen him make some nice plays when he was on the Mets. He
He's
can play
second base
somewhere.
too.
He's played well at second.
Yeah, he's played very well. So I think a lot of the issues came at shortstop with his range.
His range.
But
Yeah.
he made every play that got to him.
I
And-
think the kid plays with a lot of heart. I think he.
I think he's talented. Forget the hard stuff.
You and I always believed in him. I know Faraci hated him.
You did. Remember? You used to talk bad about him all the time.
Sure.
Faraci used to think he sucked, and when we talked good about him, Faraci
Yeah.
would get mad at us. Remember, he left the room one time. It was like unbelievable. He got all upset.
He got all Millie on us.
No, I mean, all kidding aside, I think he would have been an amazing. I believed in him. I thought he would have been a great second baseman. Then McNeil came up. Now we got Cano. You know, then I saw his skills at first. Then you got Alonso pushing him out. You got Dom Smith pushing him up. You know, it was he was misplaced a little bit. I think whoever signs him,
Well,
is
he
signing,
never gets a full year.
right.
Give him a full year. The kid to 270, 280, 20 home runs plus, 85 to 90 RBIs. That's a solid player.
I think whoever's signing him is signing a really, like you said, a
If
really
they sign
solid
him
player.
to start, I hope he gets a starting position somewhere.
And you're right, and he'll prove it.
He'll prove it. I always thought he was like a lower level, the guy that used to be on the Marlins.
He would be a
Cabrera.
consistent.
Prado?
He's
Oh.
26. If you
A
let him
lower
play
level
every
Cabrera.
year, he'd be a consistent 20 to 25 home run guy, 280 hitter, 70 RBIs, 80 RBIs. That's huge
Right.
this day and age.
60% of those RBIs after the seventh inning.
Clutch.
That's how clutch he is.
Yeah, no, it's true, and he has
Clutch, baby.
He has a knack. And you remember Jim Leyritz, right? Jim Leyritz was the guy
he's
was
a
garbage.
stanky.
The guy was garbage. But when it came to a big at bat, in the postseason,
He's a douche.
he came through. Flores is that all the time.
He's a big douche.
All the time. Flores all year. April,
I cannot
May,
think of the Braves closer
September.
you hit it off of. And you just annoyed me.
Kimbrel?
No.
Kimbrel?
what?
How is he annoying
Glavine?
you?
Not Glavin. Smoltz.
Closer.
Wohlers, Mark Wohlers.
Who?
What about
Braves
Mark
closer.
Wohlers? What about him?
Who hit a home run off of Mark Wohlers?
Leyritz.
Oh, Leyritz. Oh.
Wasn't that Mark Wohlers?
I think it was. Yeah.
You can get,
Yep.
check it out.
I'm too busy watching this.
Oh,
Stop
we're back
watching.
on?
Oh, we were back. Yeah, we've been back there. My mom is watching, and she didn't see a break in the. It was a YouTube. It was a blip.
Great.
Blip.
I panicked. Sorry.
Panic
Sad.
no
I
more.
put Mark W.O. and it came up. Mark
My wife
Wohlers
is
stats.
watching,
I'm so calm now.
and she said it's the best video quality she's seen.
Wow.
Great job to our producers out there in producer land. All right, so Flores for the moment is off the team. So let's talk about, now that we talk about somebody who's leaving the team. Oh, and Travis Darno was given tendered.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I didn't ask you.
I don't care.
Wow,
I'm gonna tell you anyway. When did it ever matter what you asked? I mean, come on.
Here we go.
Like, is there ever a time that when he asked?
Never matters what he says.
So why would you even say that? You just felt like expending your breath on nothing.
You trying to bump up on him?
If I
you
had
trying to
feelings,
get tough
they'd
on
be
him?
hurt right now.
You have none.
Then I would just give you a little huggy one. And make you feel all better.
And a kissy. Here we go.
Kissy whiz.
Uh-oh.
Huggy wug and kissy whiz.
All right, so let's talk about
So weird.
the other people that have exited the team from a major league standpoint, and then we'll get into the minor leaguers.
Tío Tata.
Jamin D. Bruce.
Go.
Do it.
Oh, you want to do the fuckata? Oh, he's going to do the fuckata to J Monday.
You gotta do it with us?
You
It's
gonna
pretty
do it?
much. It's 1, 2,
All right.
fuck it, okay?
Okay.
One, two, fuckata.
Goodbye,
There you go.
Jamin D. Bruce. The
Nice.
second time the Mets have traded you.
And he's not upset about it.
No, I read that. Look,
What a
he
professional.
is a professional.
He's very
Professional
classy. He's very
212
classy.
hitter.
What do you think? Do you think he had an issue with New York?
No. I think he had bad luck.
If he succeeds,
Because he
In
had a good
Seattle.
year last year.
if he succeeds
bad
in
team.
Seattle, if he plays in Seattle, right? But if he succeeds in Seattle, because that's where he is now, would you then change your mind on that answer?
No. He had bad luck. He's a good player. He has played well for us at certain times. You could see it. I mean, he's had a good year with us. So I mean, he's just had bad luck.
I'm
Yeah,
questioning.
and I don't think this is not Jason Bay syndrome. I think he's gonna go.
No.
I think he's gonna go to Seattle, and I think
Thank
he's gonna
God.
I think he's gonna revert back to his 255, 30 home run guy next
Yeah.
year.
But that's what we signed.
no.
Instead, we got a 3 home run, broken ass,
well, no,
220
we
guy.
well we did get that the year prior.
We did.
But
we shipped
last
him
year, I told you.
So that brings me to another
I
question.
told you
Do you think
What are you yelling about, Farachi?
because you got me upset.
he?
Jay Bruce, you made me think
continued-
about Jason Bay.
Do you think he continued
You
the
brought
JB
up Jay
curse?
Bruce.
Do you think he continued the JB curse, even if he succeeds in Seattle or not?
We can't get a guy with JB initials.
No,
No,
that's
we
no
can't.
bueno.
Manny Machado.
Bryce Harper,
Bryce Harper.
Robinson
Almost.
Cano,
Robinson Cano. Edwin Diaz.
Edwin
right?
Diaz. Yeah, we're good. No,
Good.
no Jeremy Burnett, no Bays, no
No JBs.
Bruce.
Bruce's,
Johnny Beaumont.
Jack Buhner.
Buhner.
Bueller.
Oh, Buhler.
Jay Buhner was on.
All right, so
Jay Buhner.
those are the guys who have left the
good
team. We
player.
get, 8-time, 9-time, 10-time All-Star Robinson Cano. Don't you
8-time.
know? 8-time.
Don't you know?
We get the best damn closer in the game last year, 57 saves, and what's more, he shows that excitement that's gonna electrify that crowd.
Oh, he's got.
Oh yes.
When he closes the game, have you seen him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna fight this year.
Oh, I think so.
Oh yeah. Back to 1986. Here we go, people.
Yeah, he's a little road dog.
Oh, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. It's gonna be on. First time he does that to the Nationals.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
If the Nationals are meaningful this year,
It doesn't matter. Do it to them anyway.
Yeah, no, do it to them
Every
anyway.
time.
Yeah.
In
Do
and
it.
out.
Um,
In and out.
They'll win 78 games.
the Nats.
Yeah, they have good pitching.
They'll
we
win
had
more
good
than-
pitching.
They'll win more than that.
Nah.
We'll win 96.
Start that.
I believe
Mr.
the
13-3 Giants.
winning the East is our future. Let
Oh,
the
my God.
championship come our way.
Well, this could very well be
Okay.
gone from one of the funnier divisions because of how mediocre it's been.
Funny, haha.
Funny like haha, don't you know? Or and it could be going to maybe the toughest division with if it's a 4-team race minus
If the Braves
the
get a-
Marlins,
if
which
the-
by the way, that's what we do want to hear about the Marlins. But I was looking at a couple different articles today, and they were talking about, and this is especially true if they trade Real Muto, is that with all the 4 other teams being good or getting better in the offseason, such as your New York Mets,
Yeah.
and you're such a child.
I am not. There was a reason for that. I
Okay.
promise.
Keith just was watching the YouTube feed, and I heard myself after I spoke, and
He's just watching himself on on the internet. That's
No,
what
there's
he's
a
doing.
reason for it. There is.
All right. So you're gonna tell us?
No, because I don't want the audience to hear. You hold on.
Because I got an email that there was an issue with our sound, so I put it on, turned it up.
Oh, okay.
And then once
It's
you guys-
actually valid.
It's valid. I'll allow it.
Weird as always, but valid.
just gonna stay doing this.
Yeah, that's it. Let's time you. How long can he do it?
Ooh,
I can do that the whole show.
Good.
I can do that the whole show.
no, you're gonna get a cramp.
Oh.
Keith is doing some eyebrow stuff. For those of you listening,
Keep going.
the viewers are telling you to focus.
Focus. How they spell it?
A focus. A focus.
I focus.
What was I talking about?
Oh, I gotta focus.
Oh, you threw me off with the.
Oh, I see. Hold on. I'll stay quiet.
Here comes the sign language.
Uh,
Don't lick the microphone.
we were talking about how fired up Diaz can get.
Yeah. And we're gonna fight again, right?
No, and we're gonna fight again.
We wouldn't even talk
And then
about that.
what I was talking about was how the 4 other teams have either stayed status quo, and it's early. These 4 teams are still going to make moves.
And the Marlins are
They've
just
got
trying
better.
to suck worse.
With those teams getting so much better, the Marlins playing the teams 76 of their games are in that division. They could lose 105, 110 games. They have no pitching. They have no hitting.
It's a valid point.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're getting rid of Real Muto.
Yeah, they are. For Brandon Nimmo.
So you,
Straight up.
you never doubt the hunger of young players,
I wouldn't
but
want
when
that.
it's when it's a team of 27 young players who don't really have any experience, and if they do have experience, they suck anyway. Yeah, 110 games losing is really a reasonable
They may give up
prediction.
Nemo. They may give up Nemo because Lagares is right-handed and we want to keep a right-handed bat.
Okay.
Damn it. This sucks.
I don't think we should give up Nemo for Real Muto. I love Real Muto. I think he'd be an amazing addition, just like he would be an amazing addition to most teams.
What about Alonso for Real Muto?
Yeah, you're egging me on. No, I'm not going to do that. So
I'm giving you scenarios.
I'm not going to do it
Okay.
because we can easily fill Real Muto's position easier than we could at first base position. There is nothing at first base that we can get right now that has the same potential. Nothing.
Happy birthday, Cliff Floyd.
Happy
Oh!
birthday, Mr. Floyd.
Happy
Left
birthday,
field.
Floyd.
You were a fine takeover for my buddy Kevin Mack. Did he come right after Kevin Mack?
I knew.
Who was after Kevin Mack?
Dude, this
Mark
is like.
Carry-On.
Was it?
Oh,
Car-
that was terrible.
So anyway, so you were
Oh,
fine.
How could you say that?
You were a
name?
fine
Sorry.
pickup from Kevin Mack.
What a
Kevin
terrible
Mack to me
name.
was one of my favorite Mets of all
And
time.
Tua. What's that guy? Tua.
Tua.
You're talking about Palamau?
Tuki.
Which one was it?
Oh,
The guy that we had in the outfield, the
Head and
fat
Shoulders.
Hawaiian guy,
Benny Agby Head and Shoulders.
Agbayani. There you go.
Yeah.
Tua.
2 out ball in the stands. Yeah, I think we really need to make sure that we don't give up things. We don't need to give up. I get the whole Cano. Like, to me, the Cano Diaz trade was amazing. I have no issue with that. We can don't jump into that later. But to give up Nimmo for Real Muto, I don't know. Like, to me, you're giving up a 400 on base percentage guy for a catcher who is probably going to get hurt easier than an outfielder would, who had an on base percentage that was 60 points lower. So technically speaking, he is 60 points less likely to score a run than Nimmo, who's faster on the bases anyway.
Real Muto's an all-star.
Okay, Nimmo will be. It's his first year out.
Real Muto is an all-star.
Wilmer.
Straight up,
I
you
said-
gotta.
Did I say
You said
Wilmer?
Wilmer.
I miss Wilmer.
Straight up, you have to make that trade. You have
No.
to make that trade straight up.
People are saying the
No.
Mets should trade Conforto for him.
No,
F
that's
that.
insane. Whoever
Because
said
people
that,
are stupid.
you're an idiot.
Because people are mad at Conforto. It's stupidity.
The charlatan.
I think giving up Nimmo, I wouldn't call that stupidity. I would call that a serious heavy duty risk that I don't agree with. Giving up Conforto is stupidity.
No, giving up Conforto is just nonsense. People are just
Well,
saying, you
here's-
have to
here's
say
the
that.
reason.
Come on.
Like if we traded Nimmo straight up, maybe
Real Muto?
one low end, I would say I'm not happy, but I get it. If we did that with Conforto, I'd be pissed.
We need.
That would be stupid. That
I'm
would
going to
be
tell you what we need more than Nimmo. It would be Nimmo and somebody to go get Remuto.
it would right, and that's where I come into issue, right? Because to me, a player of Nimmo's, well, it's mostly minor league experience, but when he came up to the big leagues last year, regardless of his struggles, he still maintained a very high percentages.
What do you-
First of all,
I like Nemo.
What-
he
what do
finished
you-
with
Dude,
over
I'm
400
saying,
on base
Rodriguez.
percentage.
Frederick, what do you project for a full blown season for Nimmo? Projection wise, average home run
full-blown
RBIs.
season.
Logically speaking,
Logically speaking, if he gets 500 at bats, that's a fairly full season. 550 at bats. His height, his strength, he can luck into 10 home runs, and he can actually hit maybe another 10. So I could see him hit. I could see Nemo hitting 20. I could see him hitting 290 easily. He's got a very good eye. Stealing about 15 bases, maybe 20 on a good year. He's sneaky fast, playing good defense, hustling. Yeah, I could see. I could see Nemo being a solid outfielder.
Can I pull his stats
I
up
can't
from
see
last
him
year?
getting to be a superstar because he looks a little stiff still. Maybe sometimes he looks like he's not sure what's coming, or his swing looks a little rough. But I think if he plays for the next 2 or 3 years, Nemo can be a solid 20 home run, 290 hitter.
So here's what he
So
did last year. You said 500 at bats. Can I give
Yeah,
some
yeah.
stats? You said 500 at bats, right? So good sampling, very close to that. 433 last year. He had 17 homers, so which is kind of on point with what you were saying. 47 RBIs, taking into consideration pretty much nobody got on base, and he batted almost
Batted
always
lead
towards the
off,
top of the
yeah.
order. That's pretty good.
That's a lot.
Yeah. He had 9 stolen bases, which he can probably work on with the new coaching staff and get up to what you were saying, a little bit higher. 263 average. But this is what's key to me, and I'm a big proponent of this, is on base percentage. He had a 404 over the course of over 400 at bats on base percentage. That means if you put a player like him first in the lineup, second in the lineup, he's going to give you Canoes, Cespedes, Harpers, Machados, Pollock, whoever comes in here.
He's going to give them RBIs.
You're going to give them RBIs. 40% of the time is huge in baseball. There's not many players that do that. And,
okay.
so to me, it's a very special talent that he has with the ability to get on base. and his hustle and spirit. So if you take somebody like Realmuto, right, his stats somewhere, I don't have him in front of me. I think he had like a 340 on base percentage.
Get him in
something
front
like
of you. See how he compares. Because I mean, if you're gonna trade them for each other, then that's fine. But the thing is, if they get Real Muto, they're gonna get Pollock. Then they're gonna want to go get Pollock to play center field, because then you're gonna have to fill an outfield spot. You're gonna have Lagares.
But do you want to go get
Pollock
Pollock for
and
a higher
Conforto.
price, or keep Nimmo, who you have in control
No,
for
I'm
the next
saying
4 years?
I'm not saying but if it takes Nemo to get Real Muto, then that's what the call's gonna be.
So in 477 at bats, which is a pretty similar taste against what Nimmo did, right? He had 21 home runs for 4 more, 74 RBIs, but he bats lower in the order. Also, taking into consideration he's in the Marlins lineup, so he didn't probably have many opportunities. So that's
Who
pretty
are you
good.
looking at?
Realmuto.
Oh, okay.
He batted 277 with a 340 on base percentage.
It's really good for a catcher.
Oh, that's amazing for a catcher.
That's all-star catcher.
However, as far as value to our team, how much better is he? Because if you look at
He's not an automatic out.
he's not, but if you look at Plawecki, he may be more of an out,
Yeah.
but his defense is not that bad. He just needs to learn how to throw.
I don't know much about Remuto's defense.
Yeah, I'm trying to look that up right now.
I heard that he's good.
Plus,
Nothing. I haven't really heard anything that I can attest to, but I heard that he's good. So
in 2018, he caught 34 runners stealing versus 21 runners stealing versus giving up 34 bases. He
What's the
had
percentage on that?
38% caught stealing.
how much? What was it?
38%.
Ours, I think ours.
That's
was
good.
I think
That's
ours was
good.
in the high teens.
Yeah, that's actually good. 38%.
38% is actually phenomenal.
30% is really good.
He's an all-star catcher. There's nothing.
So,
and if he stays an all-star for 5 years,
Piazza was an
it's
all-star
about winning
catcher
right now.
for obvious reasons, but
it's winning right now.
his
They
course
want to
stealing
win
percentage
right
wasn't that
now,
good
bro.
either.
Forget
Piazza?
waiting.
Piazza, yeah,
it was in the 20s, wasn't it?
low 20s, yeah,
Okay.
not 38%.
It's the only thing he couldn't do.
So,
Well,
and when you're talking about catcher, you have to take into consideration the defense. However, you also have to take into consideration it's a more potential to get injured type of position versus an outfielder.
okay. So
It's a higher risk as
I would
far as
trade.
games
I would
played.
trade Nemo straight up for Real Muto if that was available. I would. Would you?
But that's not enough.
Plawecki
It's not an
was-
option. It's a joke. But
Plawecki was 23% caught stealing.
He's way better. He's much better than Plawecki right now.
So, but you have to weigh all those variables. So, are you really? What's kind of to me, if you have Plawecki and Nimmo on your team, it's almost a wash to having Realmuto and Plawecki on your team, because you have to look at the positives of Nimmo versus the positives of JT Realmuto. Then you have to weigh into consideration that we have Nimmo under control for 4 more years.
I get that.
It's a big
I get
deal.
that. But
big
it
deal.
is a big deal. But if you can get Real Muto, I'm trading him.
I'm not sure I would.
Straight up.
Maybe I look way too much into all those kind of different variables, but
No, I would do Nimmo and somebody else for Realmuto.
I might do that. A minor leaguer.
Mhm.
I might do that.
Yeah. Because now you're upgrading there, and you can sign a Pollock to do what Nimmo did. But now that extra money that we're spending, for the moment, it's on that we improve catching and center field.
And center field.
But Pollock is a better center. I know Nimmo's made some good plays, but Pollock is a really good center fielder.
Listen,
God.
the team starts looking a little bit all-starry.
Yes.
Let's be real here.
Yep.
in 2015 was Darnold's best caught stealing year at 33% over the course of 64 games. And then in 2017, when he played 93 games, which FYI is the second most he's ever played with us aside from 2014, he had a caught stealing percentage of 17%.
Yeah, and it was high teens, right?
And then in the
That's so.
We
in
can do that.
2018 he played 4 games, so you can't really.
So
count
we're
that.
so he's bad. Yeah. So that's our tandem. If we don't get a Real Muto type of guy, Plawecki and Darno.
I would say I don't know what the league average is, but I would think it's probably around low to mid 20s.
I think Darno is a good catcher when he's healthy, like top 10 catcher when he's
Wow.
healthy, offensively. I think he's top
Yeah.
10. When he's healthy, but the kid's not healthy. Plawecki, man, he's bottom 10. I don't understand
Yeah.
why, because he's such a big kid, big strong kid. He just can't hit a curveball.
No.
You know, he swings right over it all the time.
Yep.
Off tilted to the side, swings right over it. I see it in my head. I want to smack him. Smack him right in your face, Plawecki. You just had a kid. Congratulations, Plawecki. Had a little boy.
Oh yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
Somebody
little,
else did.
Little
Yeah, whatever.
Plawek.
Todrick? Was that Todd Frazier?
Todd Frazier had a baby. Congratulations, Todd father.
The Todd father,
Yeah.
our third baseman. Hopefully not for
Yeah.
long.
Hey, who said that? Lars?
What's going on, Lars? What are you doing?
Captain America, you
I thought you were
shall
supposed to be
die.
nice.
Huh?
Thought you were supposed to be nice. You're talking bad about Florida.
Turning
You're talking
over a
bad
new
about
leaf.
the Todd father.
Well, let's take a look at some historical Met catcher stats.
Uh-oh. Here
Ooh,
we
Mackie
go.
Sasa. I know he's gonna look him up.
Todd Pratt. Todd Pratt.
Todrick Pratt.
I was looking
Sir Todrick Pratt of
for
the National League Championship.
my friend Tim's,
Division Series.
wife, Samantha, who is a huge South Hundley fan.
Hi, Sammy.
Let's look at what he did.
Does she like to be called Sammy?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
She posted on a page. So if you don't like to be called Sammy Sam, just tell Steve.
Sammy Sam Samantha.
Tell,
It's my daughter's
tell
name.
Steve to F off.
Does she like to be called Sammy?
I don't like anyone calling her Sammy.
Whoa.
I gave her Samantha.
You got
What-
that? If you know Rodriguez.
If it wasn't your daughter, I would definitely call her Sammy right now.
Oh,
I can't find the defensive stats. What the hell?
did you guys listen to the Sampson interview? Probably not, right? Probably didn't have time.
I heard a little bit of it.
I Okay. missed So Dave Sampson, and this is completely off of Mets topic. Dave Sampson is the former
This
president.
is how stupid the Marlins are.
yeah, the
to the
former,
bone.
The former president of the
You're Miami Marlins.
Miami Marlins. I'm gonna say Florida Marlins.
Miami Marlins.
And his contract officially ended with the Marlins yesterday. He comes,
they did.
goes
They
on.
did.
That's his voice.
I hate that guy.
He goes on the Dan Lebitard show, which is a phenomenal show. If you
Great
don't know
show.
Dan Lebitard.
Great show.
Boppy with his Boppy.
Poppy.
And the Stugats. I can't
Met.
describe him.
Met trader.
Yeah.
You can't describe him. He's just a Mets trader. How's that for describing him?
That's perfect, actually. that might be a little bit better.
Yeah, it's two farts.
All right, but
But we enjoy your show. We love you, man. You're the best. He really
Yeah,
is.
he's great.
Freaking great.
so he Samson used to have a segment on his show every week where they talked about movies. And then, the owner of the Marlins, Jeffrey Loria, said, "Yeah, stop going on that show." So he stopped. But his contract ended yesterday. He's clearly that group sold the Marlins to Derek Jeter's group, and he was being very forthcoming,
Very
telling
honest.
some secrets,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that kind of stuff. So if you get a chance, definitely listen into that. It's the local hour on Dan Lebitard. He does 3 hours or 2 to 3 hours of national
Mhm.
on ESPN, and then he does the local hour, which is down in Miami. And so Sampson talks about how Jeter's group came with the most money.
They weren't the first choice.
They weren't the first choice because baseball probably wanted a local guy, but the money just wasn't there. He talks about how they were refreshing their phone app as
The millions were coming in.
$1.2 billion trickled into Jeffrey Loria's account, and he had his last box of stuff, and they were standing at the office, and once the $1.2 billion was transferred, they started walking out. That's it. He was done.
Wow.
And
That's crazy.
as he's going into the garage, Jeter's coming in, and they shake hands. They introduce. He said that was the last time that I saw him, and he was supposed to be part of the transition team, but Jeter says, I look forward to working with you. And Sampson's like, yeah, right. Yeah, like he really looked forward to working for me. I was done after that. They talked about Loria was a Yankee guy, so he always felt more pride in getting a Yankee player or a former Yankee player. So
Wow.
I forgot that Tino Martinez had become
Marlon.
a Marlins batting coach, and he got fired. And they asked, were the allegations of the mental and physical abuse by Tino Martinez accurate on the young players? And the answer was yes. So
Tino
they
Martinez was mentally abusing young players.
mentally and physically.
Abusing young players.
Yep.
What was he
As
saying
a
to them?
coach or as a player?
As a hitting coach.
As a hitting coach.
So that's why they fired him.
Millies.
Yeah, but you wonder because he's never gotten. Has he ever gotten another hitting coach position?
I don't know.
Any role.
Maybe there's a reason why
So I
he
think
got
there's
that
something
fastball between the 2 and the 4.
So I think that there might be something to it, but I mean, Millies
Maybe
are
that's why the Mets hired him.
over.
Millies being Millies, it could really just be
millennials.
something. Them.
But every other team had him, and I'm sure that people
No.
are screaming at him.
Did you ever hear anything from any other team about him?
about Tino? No.
No.
That
Anyway.
who knows that? But
Who
that's
knows?
that's the story. He talked about how the general manager from the Padres sent over a player to the Marlins who they knew, and he can prove that they knew that he was injured.
I saw that, the double record keeping. Yeah, so he said, because you're squinting your eyes, I'm going to jump in. So he said that the Padres are known for keeping 2 medical records on each player,
Yes,
one
yes.
false and one real.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they said
Damn.
the Marlins complained to baseball, and they reversed the trade. The Red Sox got Drew Pomerantz from them under the same issue of medical records not disclosed, and the Red Sox chose to keep him because they chose to take the risk. He
Wow.
also talks very,
Padres?
very harshly about Scott Boras.
Supposed to be religious.
Well, Scott Boras is a piece of garbage.
Yeah,
you know
so-
how I feel about him.
So here's another reason why is that when Jose Fernandez passed away, basically all he could talk about was that there's a death payment or death clause in the contracts that he has his players sign or whatever. Now, Major League Baseball, there is death insurance on
Sure.
life insurance, death
Life
insurance,
insurance, yeah.
death of the contract, I guess. But on every baseball contract, every player has that. And so Boris, he said that he went on there with his fake crocodile tears and saying that he cared, and a few hours later he's back to business about who's going to replace, that type of thing.
Wow.
And turns out the owner of the Marlins paid every single penny of the funeral. And he also said, Scott Boras, as an agent, part of your job is to say, hey, now that you're getting a lot of money and you're buying stuff, make sure it's attached to a trust. Because apparently, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong after this, but apparently Jose Fernandez's mom lost the house because of some shenanigans that were going on surrounding the death.
Oh my God! Really?
And because he wasn't advised to, do a trust or whatnot.
Because he was a kid with millions and did the wrong thing.
Right.
I mean, come on.
But he was saying that it's the agent's job to get you acclimated to that money.
He should have also hired a financial advisor. I don't know what the situation is, but either way, it's wrong. He's a kid. And
Well, that's why Scott Boras is so well liked, huh?
Oh yeah, and so there's a couple other things with it. The Marlins owner, so that death payment, if you will, that goes to the team, it is for the team. The owner gets it.
Right.
However, this time around, Loria took whatever that amount is, they didn't say, and may start an education fund for the daughter. So she's set.
Oh, that's good. See,
So-
at least somebody was looking out.
Yes.
Someone was checking things out.
He also said that Boris will go if a president approaches president of a baseball team approaches, as David Sampson learned, if he approaches Scott Boras about something, and Scott Boris thinks it's something that could happen or whatnot, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to the owner. He bypasses everybody. He said he will only speak to owners that have to get the job done.
Do we have any Boris clients on the Mets?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we do. I think that's why he talks about the Mets, saying that the Mets are cheap. Maybe because the owners don't call him back when he calls, or he tries to get a hold of him or something like that. They're like, "Screw you."
Yeah.
Wilpons
Somebody
have
from
that Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
attitude.
Some Brook, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
of course,
From
yeah,
Brooklyn.
yeah.
Who are
Forget
you?
it. What are you doing?
Where's all the criticism of the
here.
Wilpons in the last 2 months though, or last month since Brody's been hired?
They had a little They had a little
Yeah, it was a definitely mafioso type dinner.
Yeah, a little kind of dinner now. So I think the Wilpons are the Wilponi.
Sam said she would rather be known. She said Sammy or Sam. You saw her?
Yeah, I was waiting for a break in the Mets talk to mention it.
Sorry, it was just worth speaking on. She said Sammy or Sam, or you may call her the Grand High Exalted Mystic Ruler.
It's a little
Okay.
long for us. So,
It is, but she's a Met fan, so we may accommodate her from time to time.
yes,
No.
we can.
Rodriguez says no.
No. What were we talking about?
You said you wanted
Keith.
to talk about this girl.
Thanks, Keith.
You did it again, right?
Yeah, because
I just forgot what we were talking about too.
I read it in the note. We were talking about Boris.
Oh yeah, Boras.
Oh,
And we're talking
Boris.
about him surpassing the management.
Couple
Talking
other
about him.
things off of Scott Boris is he talked about after Jose Fernandez passed and they signed Chen. Was it Chen?
Mhm.
They
Bruce
signed
Chen,
they
yeah.
signed Chen to try to replace him, and he said that was the worst signing ever.
Worst
He
signing
sucks. And then he went
I
on to
heard
say
that. I heard that.
What was the closer's name from Heath Bell? Former Met, went to the
Oh,
Padres.
did he talk about Heath Bell?
He talked about Heath Bell, and he talked about how he said, a lot of times you're at the winter meetings, and free agents meet with the teams and whatnot. We never met with Heath Bell. He wanted a 3-year deal. Everybody else was offering a 2-year deal. I call him up, or we call him up, or his agent. We say, we'll give you the third deal plus $7 million on top of it. Done. Sign the contract. Never met with the guy. Never had a discussion. He said that was such a terrible signing. You have no idea.
Why did they do that? Did they think they were like boss? Like,
That's what it was.
Rolling?
Levitard said that was the year they signed Reyes and Heath Bell, and he was like, "Oh yeah, the big tough Marlins for once are in the lobby of the hotel just spraying, throwing money all over the place."
But who made the decision? The ultimate Loria?
They had a
Yeah, it
good
was the owner.
team though, but they got rid of it.
I mean, well,
Mark
typical fashion.
Burley was a good pitcher.
They talked about Burley. They said that Sampson, very good friends with Burley, and has not spoken to him since the trade.
I gotta say,
Because
wow.
he said,
Damn.
and
Upset.
I'm sorry for all the Blue Jay fans out there, but he said Toronto is the equivalent of baseball hell. He said, you got passports, you got this, you got that, you all got all sorts of things, payroll differences, tax differences,
Yeah.
and it's a nightmare. And we sent him there.
Worked out well for Reyes.
Yeah.
He played well.
he seemed to like it there, though.
He did well.
He seemed to like it there.
When he came back to the States and when he started beating his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably going on for a long
Nice
time.
job, Jose.
He probably finally got caught.
Yeah. Damn.
What do you think's gonna
La Melaza.
Reyes is gonna do?
Huh?
What do you think Reyes is gonna do?
He's
Reyes
gotta
wants to be a
retire.
rapper. He's in the music
No, I
industry.
know
now.
he's isn't he in Europe right now? Or,
He's
he's
I think
somewhere.
he's touring somewhere. He was in Europe. That's right. He was
Yeah.
in Europe.
I remember seeing on his Instagram.
He wants to be a
My
rapper.
name is Reyes. I go to get a tan in the place that they spray us. What kind of rap is he doing? Is that any good? I mean, is it garbage or what?
It's like Spanish.
Es basura.
Spanish rap, I guess.
Oh.
He's good.
Reggaeton.
He's good. I mean, not really.
You
Not
smell
really
like
reggaeton.
caca, mother effing fuckata. Like that?
Pretty close.
Oh, okay.
Reyes looked just like that. He made that move too. But
Did he say mother
it's
effing
all
too?
right. Mother effing. He said mother effing.
Oh yeah.
No, he did not say mother.
Oh, that's Tim's new name,
the Grand High Exalted.
Mystic Ruler.
Oh, Tim wants that name too now.
Yeah. No, it's not two. It is him. I mistook it. He said for his wife it's either Sam or Sammy, but for him,
But I.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I gotcha.
Thanks, Keith.
You're very welcome, Stephen Faraci.
Faraci.
I won't stop looking at you till you look at me.
That's you.
At you.
All right.
Creepy crawlers.
All right. So yeah. So if you get a chance, and they actually talked about how the Diamondbacks, the Marlins wanted to trade Jose Fernandez.
Do you think he'd still be? I mean, this is a morbid thinking.
Exactly.
But
my first thought is if
Then
it's
you
funny
take
how
it.
life
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. But they were gonna trade him for Patrick Corbin, who just got
Wow.
that 6-year, $140 million contract
So
from the
sad.
Nats.
Jose Fernandez.
It is really
It
sad.
might have saved his life.
Let me tell you, I hated facing the guy every year, but he was such a young, amazing talent.
He was nasty, bro. He,
he
was
was
the
nasty.
next big superstar.
And
He was
quite honestly,
nasty.
he was a very young millionaire in Miami. Yes, he got caught up in the wrong thing. He was in a boat with his friends getting drunk doing coke.
Driving like 70 miles
There
an
would
hour.
probably be about 60 to 70% of athletes in his position that would have been in the same situation, except he had the unfortunate luck of dying. You know, and if he would have lived maybe 3 or 4 more years, he would have learned and he would have grown up and he would have grown out of that. Or if he would have went to Arizona,
he would have never died.
right,
Would have saved his
maybe
life.
not, maybe so. Who knows? Maybe he would have been in a drunk tripping in the woods,
Rock climbing.
in a desert, tripping on peyote and got bit by a diamond head. You never know. You never know if it was his time to
Oddly
go.
specific. Did you wish that on him at any time? Because
I may
you came,
have.
came with that.
The way he
real
just
quick with
dominated,
that.
the way
Upon a
he
time.
dominated our lineup,
What's
I
up-
may have
Once upon a time, I
Diamondback biting him in the end.
I
tripping on peyote.
I had debates on who is better, Harvey or Jose Fernandez.
Fernandez.
At one time, they were neck and neck. At
For
one
sure.
time.
I
And-
think
and
Fernandez is
now-
more consistent.
Who knew that
Who knew?
3 to 4 years later?
One is dead and one sucks.
Well, no, I wasn't gonna go there, but if I had compared the Cy Young Award-winning DeGrominator, Cy Grom, back then, I'd look like a genius now.
Cy Grom.
Cy Gromination.
In 2015,
procrastination.
in 2015, and each of us here had this conversation with each other when
April
he came out to
17th,
the.
Cy Grominator bobblehead night. Day.
Oh, giddy up.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I think we should.
What do you think? Seriously.
I think we should sell some stock and go. If you know what I mean.
What? No, I don't know what you mean. Why do we have to sell stock?
I have to
It's not that
because
expensive.
it's just the saying.
And we can stay at Tim's.
Oh, did he write that? Because I'm not on there anymore.
No, I'm
Oh.
saying
Tim, we're crashing your house, bro.
yeah, April. Do it.
Just invited yourselves over to Tim's house.
Oh, you're coming too.
In, two,
Oh.
in 2000,
Alright.
in 2015, when the Grominator came into the All-Star game, we already knew, but
Oh, Tim said we can bypass all that and just pay him to go get the bobbleheads.
okay.
Thanks, Tim.
You guys
If
give me,
DeGrom is not pitching, they got to set it up. If DeGrom is not pitching on DeGrom bobblehead night, that's a travesty.
Of course, he's pitching on the ground bobblehead night.
How do you
the
know it's
schedule
gonna line up?
because they know the schedule.
What if there's a rain out?
One,
that happens.
2, 3, 4, 5.
what
Not
if,
that big a
Snow-
difference between
snow
4
and rain
5.
outs.
what if
in
we still
April.
have Vargas and he has a 2-inning game? We have to bump
Then it
up a
gets
starter.
postponed until later.
Giddy up
Giddy up.
Do you believe Vargas is the future?
Oh God.
for this year. Yes.
Teach him well.
And let him
Lead the way.
tell him that he sucks and to get over himself. And
Tim
quit.
said all are welcome, but I have 2 kids and 2 dogs in a Queen Railroad apartment. Well,
Not happening.
yeah.
Well, the sleeping bags.
We're in.
We line up in the railroad hallway. Yeah.
I got a couple of places we could stay.
We're all grown men, dude.
We
We can get a dang hotel.
Only if it's in the same room.
Oh, God. See? You see?
I call it bed. No,
Mm.
that's it.
Me too.
It's not about
A bed, singular, my own bed.
We'll get,
enjoy the bed, boys.
we'll get 2 double beds.
I'm on the sofa.
What's that movie with John Candy when he's in the car and he's washing his underwear in the
Holy
sink?
crap! You are John Candy.
Rain,
Holy crap! He
car-
is John Candy.
trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, an amazing.
Oh, you
movie.
would annoy the
there
crap
was
out of him.
a
Tom Hanks, right?
yeah.
Was that with Tom Hanks?
No.
no. Who was
Bill
with John
Murray?
Candy?
Is it Bill Murray?
Was it Murray or Aykroyd?
I just know it's John Candy. John Candy is
Some
one of
old
my
guy.
all-time favorites. That dude is funny as
Give me
heck.
some old guy.
Some old guy.
Figure it out. You're the
You
movie.
figure it
You're
out.
the movie guy.
I'm doing a baseball
Sit-
podcast.
oh.
I got Mets on my mind.
Cine Sports Talk. That's what I'm saying.
And 27-ounce baseball, Frank.
Oh, yeah.
And
Being
Brooklyn
frank.
Water Coffee Roasters.
Punto com.
.com. If you
Yo.
order now, maybe
He's-
I'll give the secret out. Do you want to give the
He's
secret
so
out?
dying to get the secret. I
Oh.
had to stop him. He was gonna do it.
I said later. I mean,
Oh, you want to read the thing and give the
I think Rodriguez should do our
No,
first
no,
ever
no.
read.
You read the thing and give it out.
I think Rodriguez.
your
What do you
last shot.
think? You think Rodriguez
I
should
can't
do our
read
first
that.
ever read?
he doesn't want to.
I don't want to.
All right. It's
bores me.
Tim
it's because
said-
Rodriguez grew up in Brooklyn, so he don't know how to read.
Tim
so.
said, but we do have bunk
Oh,
beds.
that's gotta be insulting when I'm trying to be nice and let you do it.
He does
Oh.
have bunk beds.
You do.
Oh, we can bunk it up.
It's true.
He also said he said we have a
Yeah.
yard. Bring a tent.
I'm down with it. I've done it before. As long as your Jack Russell sleeps outside in the tent with me, I'm good. Because Jack Russells will let you know anytime anything approaches within 10 feet.
Oh, every squeal you hear, you'll know what's up.
I'm good with that. I have a Jack Russell, my favorite. But speaking of Jack Russells, that Jack Russell
Tim
that
said,
Tim
you,
has,
Tim said you could have her.
better watch your mouth.
You can have the Jack Russell Terrier.
So speaking of Jack Russells, the New York Mets and the Put It in the Books podcast radio show, it was all brought to you by Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.
smells good, right? It always smells good.
You know, the thing about
Phenomenal.
Brooklyn Coffee Roasters is they give it to you from their roastery to your front door. Only the finest beans from all over the
Coming to
world. So
you.
they hand select. I don't know if they hand select. I'm making that
They
up
hand
'cause it
select
sounded
every
good.
single bean.
It's not what it
It's
says here.
stamped.
Is
It
it?
says HS. Hand selected.
Oh, well, it sounds good anyway. So I presume that they hand select every bean, so you can enjoy a big cup of what I have here, 5 different flavors, but there are many more, including Winter Wonderland, which is amazing. The first one is Jacked Up Cupcake, which we like to call our friend Rodriguez here. They offer a line of higher energy, one Jacked Up cupcake.
Jack it up. Jack it
Essentially,
up.
Jacked Up Cupcake is a brand of
Energy
coffee.
drink.
It has a vanilla cupcake flavor. It's 50% more caffeine than your average cup, and it has no calories. So although it has the word cupcake in it, it is calorie and guilt free. How many calories?
Zero.
And then we also have the Drunken Pig. I didn't do that. That was Rodriguez. Drunken Pig. Don't worry about this one here. No animals are hurt in the making of the Drunken Pig. And it's also an alcoholic-free beverage that you can enjoy. It is a delicious coffee. It has a hint of drunken pigness in it. Actually, I tried this last time. Amazing. They have the dark roast, dark chocolate. It's guilt-free.
My favorite dark roast, dark chocolate. It smells phenomenal.
Does it? I want to try
Full of
some.
mocha.
How many
Brilliant.
calories are in that?
Zero.
What? 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 It's full of rich chocolate flavor. Then you have chicken and waffles. How many chickens were hurt in the making of chicken and waffles, Rodriguez?
Zero.
Zero. No chickens were hurt in the making of chicken and waffles coffee. However, it does taste like chicken and waffles. It has a full flavor and it's vegan friendly. Or you can also try the medium roast, which is what kind of coffee is a medium roast? The most popular coffee.
El most popular.
Most popular.
Banco Popular.
Mhm.
Perfecto.
Actually, they're one of my. Anyway, it's a blend of African and South American
Focus.
coffees. The blend is full-bodied, it's complex, and it offers a sweet citrus note
And her name is
with
Yolanda.
a lingering finish.
So
You can order all of this and more
go
if
ahead.
you go on to www.
Uh-huh.
BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com. When
Uh-huh.
you order, your order is made every time you order it. It's made to order.
That's yes.
But for all kidding aside, the moment you order it,
24 hours.
they will put your order in, and within 24 hours of it being roasted and created just for you, it will be shipped to your door, so you get it fresh as anything.
Lars, tell them what they
Um,
should do.
Right now, we actually are giving a promotion
'em.
right here on the Put It in the Books podcast radio show, and that is
Listen
you
up.
buy 2 of these bags, and trust me, it's worth it.
Very worth it.
It is, especially
Very
if you
good
have
coffee.
a Keurig and you have one of those little refillable Keurigs. This thing will last you weeks, one bag, and it stays fresh, nice and fresh in this bag. Or you can get a vacuum seal, and you can have 3
Smells
bags
fantastic
for like
still.
2 months.
Ridiculous.
Right now, you can by using
2 for
the
1.
code in the books.
All
2
capitalized.
for
All
1.
capitalized in the books, INTHEBOOKS, no spaces.
Capital
You
letters.
will get a free bag for every 2 you order. That's
in
right.
the books. 2 for
Thanks to the Steves and I, you will get
1. No, not 2 for 1. 2 plus 1.
3 bags for the price of 2. So yeah, you have to upfront the money for 2, but trust me, it is so worth it. And it really gives you an opportunity to try at least 3 of the amazing flavors they have. I recommend, from my taste, Jacked Up Cupcake, like Rodriguez here, Winter
Definitely
Wonderland,
get that.
and Dark Chocolate Roast per Faraci.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Love it.
You will
The
not
Drunken
regret
Pig's
it.
good too. I mean, it's. I would just say, since there's so many
Depends what time
flavors,
of the
just mix it up every time you order.
little
Order
Drunken
3
Pig.
bags in the books, all capital. The
All
end.
caps.
Let's go, Brooklyn Coffee Water Roasters. Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.
Get that name right.
Focus, Keith.
Are you done?
Focus.
Yeah, seriously, brooklyncoffee.com, or you can really just go to brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. In the
Yeah.
books.
What?
Brooklyn Coffee Water Roasters.
Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.
Oh, forgot.
Yeah, and
All kidding aside, yeah, it's not the actual store. It's Brooklyn Coffee. Brooklyn. No, I can't say it right. BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com.
right.
Left.
See?
And unless you live in Florida or out in LA, Vegas, I think Vegas. No, there's 2 out in LA, and I think there's another city or 2. Getting it online is the only way that you're gonna get it. So why not get one free when you buy 2? So in the books, all capital letters is what you want to use, and we certainly thank the folks at Brooklyn Water Coffee for giving us this wonderful promotion. And the promotion is good until January 1st, 2019.
Wow, nice.
So
Plenty of time.
you've
Plenty of time.
got some time. It'll make a great
It's not
gift.
a bad Christmas gift. Yeah,
you don't
it's
gotta
not a
wait on
bad one.
shipping.
You know what's really cool? Although
Doesn't
these
take
bags
too long.
keep it really fresh, they have what we call the a-hole of the bag. It coffee farts on you. So like before you open it, you could just squeeze the bag to your face, and you get a real aroma
Every
of
time
what
you're
the
gonna
coffee
think
tastes
of a
like.
I put
big
a-
butt in your face, right?
I just coffee farted in Faraji's face. Hold on.
Ooh.
I'm going to coffee fart in Rodriguez's face. Hold on.
Thank
See?
It smells great.
It's a
Oh,
fart
thank you.
you love to smell.
A few
Wow.
weeks ago, when I said coffee fart on air,
Coffee
I
fart.
went out and I made sure it was copywritten. So you owe me $6.
Put it on my tab.
Done. Done. All right. One of the other big stories that's happening right now is the talks of Thor and what's going on with him. There
It
were
just talks.
reports were all over the place that the Mets were. Keith is having a spasm right now. He's getting upset about this topic. But there were reports
It has to be
that,
spoken
that
about.
had the Mets listening to offers, then actively shopping per. I'm not going to mention the name. The initials are BR. They rarely give me good information, and so they said that the Mets were now actively shopping him
Did you say Fuddruckers?
to the point where
They were listening to offers. You have to listen to offers for
Of
every single
course.
ball player.
But then the BR comes out and says the Mets are actively shopping. That's different from just listening, waiting for the phone to ring. They talked about, the Padres, and then, oh my God, BR, Bleacher Report. You said that the Braves were a destination. The Mets are not trading Thor.
For anything short of Acuna and then some.
Not even.
They would
They're not
never
trading
trade
to
him
the
to the
Braves.
Braves, bro.
But
never.
if they put Acuna on the table and a very low end pitcher, you
They-
have to think about it.
You know,
You got to think
can't-
about it.
you don't. Only team that does stupid stuff like that is the Marlins.
Listen,
and you know that's true.
You both know that I believe that Thor is the future. But I'm just saying,
But
like, you know,
chicken.
if somebody just said, "Hey, listen, we're going to give you something that's worth way more," I think Thor is the next Nolan Ryan. Maybe I'm overplaying my cards with him, but I think he's the next Nolan Ryan. Next, Randy
we'll
Johnson.
never beat Thor. If we traded him to the Braves, we
no.
will never beat him.
Never.
No,
Every time we played against him,
He's an
he'd
emotional
throw
pitcher.
110 miles an hour.
he's an emotional
120.
pitcher.
Yeah. We'd never beat him.
He
Fact.
if you look at Nolan Ryan's career, he didn't jump off just quickly right away. He took a little time. He had a lot of learning years, and Thor went through that. Thor, especially last year, was huge leaps and bounds in learning for Thor on how to deal with adversity, how to come back from an injury, how to come back
For
from
his first
losing.
complete game.
So I think he has
He closed
grown,
out the year really well, though.
Yeah.
and his stats weren't the best in his career as a major leaguer, but he has come so far. If you watch him as much as us my fans watch him,
It would seem as this is the year that he's going to explode.
right? My
It would
point
seem
exactly.
that this is a
yeah,
year.
my point exactly. Absolutely, bro. Yeah.
I get that. I think you have to listen, and
Yeah.
I'd be upset at Van Wagenet if he didn't listen. Somebody tells me, like we spoke about, Chris Bryant straight up for Thor, or Arenado straight up for Thor. Phil
For
Arnett.
some reason, I'm not big on Chris Bryant. I know the numbers tell me that I'm wrong, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a feeling I have.
If I could send Thor to the West Coast and maybe face him twice a year, if I have to, for another All-Star like a Chris
it would
Bryant,
hurt. Let me tell you,
it would hurt. It would make me feel bad because he's a kid and he came up with us. But if we're really Met fans and we want to win, that's the move.
Thor's only getting better, and he's going to be, to me, a dominant pitching force in the major leagues for at least the next 10 years. His name will come anytime somebody says top 10, 15 pitchers. His name will have to be mentioned in the next 10 years or so.
Who helps you win right now? More Thor or Chris Bryant?
Okay.
It's an everyday player against
Yeah.
a pitcher.
I don't want to revisit this because you and I kind of went back and forth on this last week. So my take on it is you can replace Chris Bryant. Not that we have him to replace, but you can fill a void similar to Chris Bryant through free agency easier than you can getting rid of Thor. But my opinion is it's best to keep Thor and fill that other void through free agency while keeping Thor. So having both of those entities actually make us a better team instead of giving up something to get something, which only makes us a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't agree 100%. Somewhat we do, not 100%.
Well, so then, in any event, Brody kind of said it would take something outlandish, special, those type of things, for them to do that, and he's part of the core. And Thor retweeted it out
core.
and said something funny. He does that all the time. But I mean, never say never. It's definitely something that could happen.
I don't want it to happen.
We don't want it to happen because you mentioned Arenado, poor Thor with his stuff having to go out and pitch in Colorado.
It would be terrible for
It'd
him.
be terrible.
But I'd rather do that than send them over to Chicago or the Braves.
Yeah.
You would think about Arenado for Thor?
Arenado's 27, right?
I would.
Now, if they told us, okay,
Because we had to sign him. He's
Yeah,
gonna be a
we
free
have-
agent.
it would have to be a trade and sign.
Well, if it comes, yes, a guarantee that he's going to sign because God forbid.
Well,
Trade Thor
that's
and then
one thing.
Arenado leaves.
That
So
would be
A,
that would be
you have
crazy.
Thor in the control for a certain amount of years. B, I get the whole theory that a position player plays a lot more. He's on the field a lot more and has a lot more potential to impact the game than a starter every 5 days. However, a starter like Thor every 5 days is something so special that comes along generational.
Yeah, but
somebody
he
like
can only
Arenado
win.
is
He
also
can only
special.
win once every 5 days.
But somebody like Arenado is also special, but it's also something you can grab through free
Arenado
agency.
can win you 4 out of those 5 games.
But he's
all
also
5 of those
something you
games.
can get through other means while keeping. I think the rarity is the pitcher like Thor as opposed to Arenado. Arenado.
I
Arenado?
understand
I
that.
just changed his name.
But if you want to win right now, Arenado's
Right.
the
So you
choice.
keep Thor, which will make you strong there, and you go through free agency and you get a player like Arenado without losing a Thor. Now you have that Arenado caliber player and Thor.
Who's that?
Boom.
What player is that? Well, it's easy to say you're gonna get
YSA.
that. You're gonna get
You-
that player, but I could say the same thing for Thor.
You can get Machado. If we added Machado right now and did
Then
nothing,
they wouldn't even want. Then why would they trade Thor if you get
if
Machado?
we did Machado, unloaded Frazier, and did nothing more, we would be a
You got nowhere to play McNeil though. After that, he goes. to
yeah.
the
You
bench,
do
right?
third base.
No, Machado. You just
What
signed
about
Machado.
Tejada.
That was a bad one. You wanted to do something else with that, didn't you? You messed it
So
up.
McNeil,
What about Rosario?
that's the question?
We have Cano
right?
now, don't you know?
Don't you know? So I think McNeil has this freaky ability to make contact.
McNeil
But he's
stays
got
at
nowhere to-
second. Cano goes to first. Rosario's
Offensively,
short,
if-
and Machado's the third. Game
If-
over.
If that's what it comes down to, if you think about it, McNeil right now is a better addition to the team than a Rosario. I think Rosario has a bigger upside, but I think McNeil is
He
a
just turned on Rosario after 2 months
What
of
just
McNeil.
happened?
no, I didn't. You're just putting me in a position to choose. I'm choosing McNeil because the
Over
guy's-
Rosario?
Choosing. No one's
the
making
guy
you
makes freaky
choose.
contact. The guy is like this crazy contact hitter. I haven't seen a contact hitter like him on the Mets since Hernandez.
Why do you have to choose?
Well, he just put me in a position to choose. Why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that? Why does he have to choose?
I said, you said, why do we have to choose? And I said,
And Mike's out of
him
the
or
stand.
Rosario to him. I don't know where you guys got that from.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
You'll hear the third base.
Who's on first?
Exactly.
Right. So I'm just saying that if I had to choose, right, him or Rosario. So you're asking me
I didn't ask you that.
that wasn't a question, him or Rosario?
No,
That's
you
not a,
said that. No one said that. That's
he
why I was
said
asking
him
you.
or
Why,
Rosario.
why does he have to choose?
Why do we have
Why
to
does
choose?
he have to
He
choose?
shouldn't have to.
Okay.
But
Then why'd you ask?
McNeil's not going to be a starting player.
No, McNeil starts at second. Cano goes to
Cano
first.
goes to first.
Who do you rather have? Man on second and third, 2 outs. Rosario
Because-
at bat or McNeil at bat?
And that's because we've traded Alonso for Real Muto.
Right.
Perfect. Done.
All right, you're egging me on again. So
Did you guys out there on YouTube see what he just did to me?
I just adjusted my mic. What?
He's got a lazy middle finger.
Second-
Like a lazy eye.
Second and third, 2 outs. Game
Bottom
on the
of the
line.
ninth.
Who do you want on the plate? Rosario or McNeil?
Is it a righty or lefty pitcher?
It really doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter. Let's just say any scenario other
A
than
lefty pitcher, I want Rosario.
I disagree, but okay. I don't. I
You
don't
know who
think
I'd
you're
rather
wrong.
have? Wilmer.
Well,
No,
yeah.
not
Honestly,
gonna happen.
yeah.
Trader,
I think you're
good
wrong.
riddance.
He
I-
didn't do it.
Oh, he didn't do it.
But
now.
I don't think it's a bad decision. I just think you're wrong. I would choose McNeil, who can make better contact. But I get it because Rosario, he's special, and when he's playing the way he should play, he's extra special. He is, and he has a bigger upside than McNeil. He does. McNeil is just going to be this level. He's going to be your Mazzilli, 300, 7 home runs, 12 home runs.
Depending on
But
how many games he plays.
If you use a player like that correctly, he is going to be really valuable to a team. However,
Lee Mazzilli was our superstar. How dare you?
right, what in the 70s?
In 77, he was our superstar.
Right, that's Mets. That was our golden age. If you were talking
Remember when I
about
used to bet like
golden showers, so you know,
golden showers. What?
because you're talking about Mazzilli. Like, come on, if Mazzilli was your star,
We were terrible.
Mazzilli should be the role player, not a star of a team.
Mazzilli was center field for the New York Mets, man. Brooklyn kid. He was the man.
Right, because he batted over 300. Probably the only player on the team that did that since the 60s.
I don't know if he batted over 300 either. He wasn't that good. But anyway,
I love
digress.
Maz. I'm just saying that McNeil is a Maz type player. He's going to hit your,
All right, let's
single numbers,
let's
low
say
teens, home runs.
it's boiling down to the end in the Real Muto talks. Would you rather?
Uh-huh.
Here's a game.
Would you rather?
Would you rather
Would you rather?
trade Nimmo and a minor leaguer for Real Muto? Would you rather trade?
Leave the other one out with the C. Just
Ro-
go-
Would you rather trade Rosario and a minor leaguer for Real Muto, or would you rather trade Conforto straight up for him? Gun to your head, you got it.
Nimmo.
It's done. You can pick one of those three,
Nemo's done.
and
I'll watch
Nimmo's gone.
Caneros. I picked none. I picked Realmuto stay in freaking Miami. Yeah.
That's not a choice, though. Gave you three choices.
What was it? What did you say?
He picks none.
When do I follow the rules?
What did you say?
When do I follow the rules?
What did you say?
When do I follow the rules?
No, what did you say? What
I
was
said
your
none.
option?
I don't pick any
That's
of the three.
no. I said gun to your head. You just died.
Good. I'm dead, but I saved the Mets because I'll die for my Mets. Unlike you who would sell yourself out.
Now,
It's out of his mind.
seriously, which one would you choose?
If I had to pick one of the three, I'd probably pick none. But I can say from top to bottom, I got to work this out. So please be patient with me.
No. It's
Conforto's a
really
no.
easy.
Conforto's a
I
no.
don't have any patience for you.
It's not that hard.
Conforto's a no. So
Yes, we love you too.
once Conforto's out of the picture,
We're
then you're
number
looking
one.
at
We
Rosario
know.
or
We're
you're
number
looking
one.
at Nimmo.
Number one.
And that's really hard.
Number
So
one.
I would have to say, really, the biggest sample of playing in the major leagues we had was last year. That's between Rosario and Nimmo.
Dude, pick one.
I'm not. I
You're gonna say
gotta work
none.
through
At
it.
the end of
Then
all
I'm-
this, you're gonna say none.
I still don't know who did it with OJ. I'm not going to answer unless I can explain myself. OJ, I don't know.
But you never explained yourself on that.
I don't want to.
What is this thing with you and OJ? Why can't you just say
El Chapo.
El Chapo? No, that's a Colombian
Can I
drug
explain
lord.
my answer now? Between Nimmo and Rosario?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, sure.
Okay.
Which one did you choose?
I chose Yo Mama.
Who's listening and watching? Hi.
Ooh. Oh.
It was the proverbial Yo Mama.
Yeah.
Apollo. Guys.
That woman.
So between the two, if you had to base it on the 2018 stats, which is really their biggest level of major league
Do you hear him?
sample, I'd have to go with Rosario because I think Nimmo had a better year than Rosario.
Oh my God. Kill me.
You would go with Rosario.
Kill me. He would go with Rosario.
I would go with
he would
none,
trade
but you tell me I
Rosario.
need to pick one, so I'm picking one.
How many outfielders
Wow.
are there that can give you what Nimmo gives you? Production wise. I don't
400
care.
on base percentage? Not many.
Full blown production.
Not many.
Many can give you
Who?
20 home runs.
There's a lot. Most
Who?
outfielders,
Who's available
most
to
that
us?
are good to very good outfielders do that.
Oh,
The
because
Braves
we have a
the
plethora.
Braves has like two or
You
three
like
of
how I
them.
We do
didn't
have-
use the word
yeah,
plethora, right?
I do.
We used
yeah.
a plethora of those outfielders. We have.
We
a
don't have
plethora.
them. Other teams do.
Right. Oh, so we don't have them.
We
so
just
how do we
traded
get them from
somebody
the other
who could
teams?
potentially do that. Jay Bruce.
You just told me to pick between the three in our current state. If you told me, well, pick between the three, but keep in mind we're going to get Bryce Harper. Keep in mind we're
Nobody
gonna get
said
AJ
that.
Pollock. Right, exactly. So based off of what the situation is right now, I pick Rosario. If you told me we're going to get an additional
But
outfielder like a Pollock,
who are we putting at shortstop?
we would have to work that out. We'd have to re-sign Wilmer.
But don't we have
Back to
All right.
Wilmer.
Wilmer, welcome back. But but then who would you put in the outfield?
Nimmo, Conforto,
No, Nimmo. Oh,
He kept Nemo.
you kept Nimmo.
He traded Rosario.
Oh, no.
and Lagares.
Nemo
Lagares hit a
Lagares
double
at-
today,
Nemo
by the way.
Lagares
I
at
don't like
Conforto.
the. We're not going to have much of a chance with their open position. Shortstop.
Right. You know who I'm picking.
Nemo.
Conforto. And who's playing right?
Oh my
A hair
god.
flipper.
But I will tell you that if
He's not going to the Cardinals now. They picked up Goldschmidt. They got their slugger.
Yeah, and the Nats said that under the right structured contract, they can continue to pursue
So they're not
Bryce
getting
Harper.
him.
So I don't see that happening. But if you trade Rosario, then you better hope that they're bringing in Machado.
No, he's got to be in.
That Brody's thinking. I don't see any way you would. I don't see any way you
Yeah.
would include.
Andres Jimenez is not ready to play shortstop
Rosario.
for the Mets,
And I have to
and
say,
he can't
now-
replace Rosario.
thank you, Mr. Van Wagenen, because I believe with everything that I have inside of me that you will not stick us with Cecchini as our primary option for any position on the infield.
You know, he's a huge trade bait in the minor system. People are asking a
He's
lot of
not a
teams are
bad
asking
player.
about
He's not a bad player, but he shouldn't be a primary option right now. And I feel like Sandy was kind of like,
Now.
like
Let
leaning
me finish
towards
my
that a little bit.
statement.
Sorry.
You better hope that the Mets are getting Machado. However, if you trade Nemo
Who?
and a minor leaguer for Real Muto, they can just go out and they can sign
Bryce Harper.
no because
Or
there's
Pollock.
Pollock because there's options in the outfield.
I believe
Not many
Bryce
options
Harper is
at
the future.
shortstop.
26.
No, not all
Versus
stars. Not
30.
potential
No.
all stars.
So you can get Pollock, who's been an all-star. Bring in Machado, trade Nemo.
He's been. Do you know what?
He's
Bryce Harper
Santa
has been?
Claus. You know, you can't really trade him now.
Who?
Nemo was Santa Claus this year.
So he broke the Santa Claus curse.
Yeah, last year.
Yep. And
So-
he gets traded this year.
For
He's
those
trying to
of
do it
you
again.
in Metsyville, the Santa Claus curse was similar to the Madden curse, if you're a sports fan.
Yeah.
So
Bad.
Mets players played Santa yearly in a charity event that they have, and every player who played Santa got hurt or had some kind of a bad year. Nimmo did it last year and had a breakout year. So he
And got hurt.
And got hurt.
Well, he still
Two,
played.
2 for 1.
He still played 120 games, I believe. So, in comparison to what we've dealt with in the past, I, as a Met fan, will accept you got hurt but still played 120 games over anything, anytime, especially if you finish the season.
But I'm not trading Rosario. That's
But he
insane.
broke the curse. So, do we re-accept that curse upon us?
Yes, re-accept the curse upon you.
Did you see the picture?
Oh, don't
of,
tell me you're not a baseball fan. You don't believe in curses.
I believe in
don't-
all of it.
yeah,
I
thank
jump
you.
over the line all the
Fuck
time.
'em.
I never
Fuck
step
a
on
mother
that
effing
line.
ta.
Ooh.
All right,
Ooh.
I made it volatile. Fucking mother effing ta.
I'm glad you.
Is he talking about Fuacata?
Yeah.
Like this. Fucking mother effing ta. It's like when I'm angry.
Fuaka.
Fuacata.
Not the other. Not
Tell
the
him.
other word.
Say it again. Say it again.
Oh, you fuckata. I mean, you can.
All right. So what's
What's that, Japanese?
what's next? Andrew Miller. We need another bullpen guy.
We
Because
need
got
a left.
the best,
We need a
got
lefty.
the best closer in
We
baseball.
need a lefty.
So we need Andrew Miller. Andrew.
Oh, what about that guy Britton from the Yankees?
Zachariah Britton.
Zachariah. I like that guy.
I can.
Milia.
He doesn't like him. He's done. He's
No,
done.
no
Rodriguez
way.
is done with La
That's-
Familia. He
No,
never
I'm
wants to
done.
see him in a Mets
As a
jersey
setup
again.
I
man, he
don't.
would be amazing.
No,
Or
he
he would.
can't come in and throw a strike. What's he gonna set up? The
When
bases
he-
loaded
When he was a
for the
closer,
batter?
it's
He's
a
gonna
different
set up?
mentality. It's a different approach.
mentality.
He will fit right
throw a
into
damn
that role.
strike.
I want a lefty.
Like
Don't even.
I'm
Nathan
shutting you down.
Evaldi. Nathan Evaldi may be a good,
But
but
he-
really good choice for the bullpen.
I heard tonight
he
that
won't take a bullpen role.
Evaldi and the Red Sox are closing in on a deal.
They are.
Yeah.
I would look for him. I would take Zach Britton.
After they signed Paxton, that's not surprising.
Zach Britton, Andrew
Yankees.
Miller.
Both.
Those are my top two
yeah.
choices.
Yeah, one of those two. I'm good with either one.
I like Miller.
I'm good with
Yeah,
either
he's
one.
multi-purpose.
Yeah.
He's really good.
You were really down on him the other day. I'm glad to see you come around.
I started looking at some of his highlights.
You know, smart guy.
So
I mean, he's not afraid to admit when he's wrong.
Oh,
Right.
See,
Did I-
you had to,
did I touch it there?
You had to say that.
I think Miller
could have
sucks.
left it alone. There it is.
Send that mother effer to
Now we're
Seattle
back.
and Texas.
Now we're back. To
I don't want Miller. Screw him. I want La Familia.
No,
I would love to
we need a
think,
lefty.
I think Familia will come back at a discount. We can bring him on, and
Oh,
that,
if he comes in cheap, he could be the seventh. inning
along with we do need a lefty, no doubt about it. That's priority. But
guy.
I
But you
think
need to, if you do that, then you have a plethora of options in the
That-
seventh inning, sixth and seventh inning, just in case one of the starters falter.
You have a lot of options.
I recently
Lugo
changed the
and these
pronunciation of that. It's a plethora.
That doesn't
plethora.
sound right.
It's a plethora
Doesn't
of
sound right.
pitchers. So if we'll have a plethora if we have Diaz closing, and then we have
Not
behind
if.
him Miller, and then behind him Familiar. So if we do
Or
7, 8, 9,
Lugo,
Familia,
or-
Miller,
No familiar.
Gazelman.
La Familia.
Do not come back. I appreciate you, but don't come back, bro.
I believe
anyway,
Familia's in our
it's-
future.
We
Teach
need
them well. He'll never come our way.
in a nice off season. We will, do what we've already done. Get a catcher. Get another arm or two.
Grandal.
You want Grandal?
I don't.
You don't know.
I do. I just don't want the price he's going to cost.
No. All right, well, we'll see what happens. There's options. I mean, but would you rather? The market really isn't set yet for the catchers just yet. Would you rather pay? Let's say Grandal is gonna $9-10 million a season. Would you rather? And you had to do one, and not none. Would you rather make that trade of either Nimmo or Rosario, or go out and sign?
I'll make you happy.
Grandal.
So you're giving me a choice only between
Yes,
the two?
please.
He's gonna say neither one.
I'll pick the Real Muto trade if I had to pick between the two, only because it'll be a long-term option to free us up for some payroll. Well, short long-term. I think Real Muto's under control for 2 more years. But, it'll still be a little cheaper, at least for the next 2 years. But you're still losing Nimmo, which shakes me up a bit.
All right, so we need an outfielder, and we need a catcher.
We need a right-handed bopper in the lineup until like Alonso, unless he gets traded for Real Muto.
Such a pretty
Comes through.
face.
Right. So that's on our wish list.
And an arm. Outfield, bullpen, and catcher, if we can.
And
I think
gotta do something about Todd Father.
so. As much, and I think
I don't think so. I think Todd Father's going to come back strong. I really do.
Yeah, he'll have a Frazier year, 250, 25, 30
Cano's going to be
homers.
behind him
230.
or in front of him. Cano's going to help him. Watch.
I don't want to have to say I told you so again, like I did with Jamin D. Bruce.
What do you think? So
245.
let,
240. We'll set the bar at 245.
Set it at 245.
if we
Over
go ahead
under?
and
Over
sign
under?
a big time catcher or trade, right? We get a Real Muto or we get a Grandal. We go ahead and get another really solid arm in the pen, and even sign a starter and somehow get rid of Vargas. Would you be happy going into the year saying we can win over 90 games and make it into the playoffs with no Machado, no Harper?
And who are we signing? Who are we bringing in?
We're bringing in another solid arm, maybe a Miller
Mhm.
in the pen. Another starter. I'm not quite sure who that might be.
Another starter. So you're
Yeah,
going
replacing
off
Vargas.
script. You're keeping
A
our
little bit.
outfielders.
Keeping the outfielders.
You're keeping for not bringing any outfielders? Because
Well, let's say Pollock, for argument's sake. We pull in a Pollock.
Okay.
That changes a lot.
Yeah. That's a big difference.
We trade Nimmo for
We don't have to.
Real Muto. We get Pollock in.
Okay, I see what
We
you
get a Miller, and we sign another pitcher. Imagine Navaldi, but anyway, we sign another starting pitcher.
Gio Gonzalez.
Right, he's free actually, right?
Mhm.
We sign a Gonzalez, and then we sign a Miller for the pen. Going into
I'm comfortable with 90 or more.
Yeah. How about you? I think that's good. I don't think
I think it's a definitely low case scenario is 85.
How
High end would be
so.
95.
how many wins did the bullpen cost us when we had to
Was it
bring
like
this guy
18 or
and that
something
guy
like that?
and this guy over here?
They
18,
they ruined
18
DeGrom's year.
blown saves, not to mention the leads that they gave up in the 6th inning. You know,
One thing Brody's teaching me, and mostly through words, because his one move, which
of
was
wisdom.
a great move,
Yep.
but it was one move, and it was a big move, but it was one move. Well, but one thing he's
my God.
teaching me is we may but it was a great move. But in past mentality, we always
Say it
thought
again.
but it was a great move that Brody made, by the way. We needed to make the splash. We need to get the biggest player. But the way he's approaching things makes me think it would be nice and it would be extremely helpful and a little easier to get a Harper, a Machado. But if we're approaching it as aggressive as he is from position to position, filling all our needs and then making us a little deep on the major league level, can we still win the East without that big player?
Well, here's the question, right? Did Machado win the World Series last year? Did Bryce Harper win the World Series last year?
Not alone. Well,
Did
nobody
any of
did,
those
yeah.
two guys win a
Technically,
World
nobody did.
Series?
No.
So the World Series can be won without them.
right. But
There's
the
your-
World
there-
Series
there's-
was won.
There's your point.
The World Series was won with Altuve and Betts and JD.
Well, that's my point. These two guys being out there doesn't necessarily mean that we have to sign them to win a World Series. You can win a World Series without them. Every other team has done it because neither one of them has won anything. So smart moves, like you're saying, the moves that you just laid out, those are smart moves. It makes us a better overall team.
yeah.
It makes us a stronger team when we go down, when we lose players. We'll have capable backups. A
I-
team is going to beat one superstar. 9 guys against one. It's he's going to lose.
I've been very vocal about wanting Machado or Harper. And if we get them, I will not complain by any means, of course.
I like them
But
too.
the truth is, the way Brody is approaching things through his speech and what he's saying, I'm buying into, and I'm not sure if I'm just buying into a really good salesman, but I'm buying into that we can do amazing, without the G, amazing things through proper moves and some key signings. It's
All
a
right,
little,
cut him off because he's making a lot of sense
It's
and
a
he's
little
really smart now.
it's a little scary to sign a 10-year, $350 million player. It's a little scary.
in sports, it is. You can get hurt on a dime. You can
Yeah.
actually slip on a dime and get hurt.
Look what happened with the captain. Although all the trouble the Mets are going through obviously was worth it for what he means and meant to the organization. However, it's a lot of trouble. So do you want that kind of trouble with a Harper or Machado?
Do you?
No. So you're taking a risk and a gamble, right? That they're going to be healthy and okay. That's why 10 years is a lot. I would say overwhelm them with 7 to 8 years.
I think that's too much. I think everybody should sign a 5-year contract.
We did Beltran, your favorite player. You have his jersey. You wear
7
it every
years.
other day. 7 years.
Yeah. How many years was he bad for us? 2 out of those 7, right?
Wasn't his real name Carlos Rodriguez?
It was not.
Oh,
Because he would have swung if it was. He would have swung at that pitch. He would have swung, Beltran. Okay.
So the latest out of SNY is that the Mets are more willing to give up Nimmo or Conforto plus prospects.
I
Then
know. I'm a little
trading
shocked at that. Would you rather give up
Rosario.
Conforto or
They're not
Rosario?
giving up Conforto. I don't want to hear that.
In order of who I would give up: Nimmo, Rosario, Conforto.
Agreed.
In order of who I would give up, Nimmo.
So you said you were keeping Nimmo.
You said in order of who I would
I'm-
give up. You told me to choose, so I'm choosing. Now I'm agreeing with you, and you're bitching about it.
I'm not bitching about it.
I'm
I'm just calling you out.
What? I'm trying to go along with you, so that way you're
Don't
not.
do that. I don't like you when you do that to me.
Why? Did you feel like I'm mocking you?
No. What?
It's all love.
Of course.
It's so rough.
You can't see
Wubby.
this, but I'm
Wubby,
gonna
wubby.
blow a kiss at him.
He's hiding the kiss, but he's like, I'm going to blow a kiss at him.
Because they can never prove it.
No, it's just a verbal contract. I'm going to throw a
It
kiss
is.
at him.
It's like a handshake. It means sugar.
Means fuacata.
Sugar and spice and everything. Nice.
So I'm looking forward to a good year on the Mets. Just
Yeah.
say that.
All right. Is there anything else Mets related that you guys wanted to talk about? No.
I think Van Wagenen is killing it so far. He's doing a good job.
I would just like to say in the books at BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com.
2.
Buy
You
2
get one free.
bags, get one free.
Buy
Get the dark
2.
chocolate,
Get one
dark
free.
roast.
Get the jacked up cupcake. Man.
Also.
Come on.
I have a little
Come on.
hashtag rant.
Oh.
Save all your comments because you will have some for when I'm done.
I have them right now.
Hashtag we will miss Wilmer. Hashtag Brody, good first move. Hashtag Diaz, best closer in baseball.
Oh,
Hashtag 100 miles per hour. Hashtag 57 wins. Hashtag shut the door. Hashtag bye-bye, Bruce. That was for you for
That's
watching.
my favorite.
Hashtag hello, Cano. Hashtag number 24, out of respect to number 42. Hashtag Alonzo at first. Hashtag sign
That's for
Machado.
Sign Mets.
Hashtag I'll take Harper too. Hashtag trade Frazier. Hashtag play McNeil. Hashtag keep Nimmo. Hashtag he broke the Santa Claus curse. Hashtag sign La Familia. Hashtag we will continue the pursuit of greatness. Hashtag let's go Mets. Hashtag put that in your books. Woo!
Very good job. I sincerely mean that.
Sincerely.
Did you see?
I think that was one sincerely too many.
Hashtag
Did you see the picture
thank you.
of Brody? It was like zoomed in. It was
Sitting
Nemo.
on Nemo's lap.
Yeah, and the caption above it, says when you wanna, either when you wanna or when you might trade Santa Claus, but also want to take a picture with Santa Claus.
That's terrible.
That's cold. That's
Hashtag
cold. I was
whoa.
thinking the same thing. I said, wow,
I
you're
was like,
taking
yeah.
a picture of him, and you could trade him tomorrow. He's in your power.
That's
power.
That's
That's
a
power,
lot,
man. Ooh, it's terrible.
Yeah. It is terrible.
Fight the man.
Can I just celebrate?
Celebrate good times. Come on.
All right, I guess we gotta-
Acquired 2017's best closer in baseball
Celebration.
under 4 years of control, and we'll pay him $600,000 this year.
Edwin. Is it Edwin or Edgar?
Edwin.
Edwin Diaz.
Hashtag best closer in
Dude, this
baseball.
stuff is
Hashtag
nasty. You see
57
when he
wins.
throws?
Hashtag
57
100 miles
saves.
per hour. Hashtag shut the mother effing door.
Boom.
Boom.
He's nasty.
100
pretty
miles per hour.
He's nasty. It's the movement, dude.
Did you hear Mickey
the way
Callaway
he
talk
throws.
about him? Mickey Callaway was saying, "Oh, I saw him when he came up as a rookie. You know, he was like a rookie. He was a little bit all over the place, and then we saw him about 3 months later, and all of a sudden, this guy has pinpoint accuracy, and he's throwing 100 mile per hour, knock your feet off the floor pitches.
Think about the coaching that we have for this kid.
Yeah, Callaway and Island. Bonus is gone. They're talking about this Yankees minor league pitching coach coming in for a bullpen. Bullpen pitcher, pitching coach really serves as the warm-up guy, the guy that coaches them before going into a game on the scenarios, which is big. But I think, Island will still take control of what the overall pitching methodology and
Our staff was
approach
better
is.
last year.
A lot better. Look at Wheeler. Wheeler thrived. Look,
Sizzled.
obviously,
Straight up.
DeGrom.
Nasty
When you put a
wheels
nice-
up.
Big old steak on a hot burner. That's how he sizzled.
Yeah, and obviously Vargas doesn't take well to teaching.
Here we go with Vargas.
Like the least of our worries. Jeez.
Good God.
Jason
bro.
Vargas was the least of our worries last year. Stop harping on him.
Hashtag bye Bruce.
Yeah, that was one of our bigger problems.
That was
A run
huge
producer
problem.
that's not producing any runs.
Hashtag hello Cano.
I like it.
Don't you know?
Mike
Don't you
Puma, who writes for the New York Post.
Is he a tiger? No, he's a puma.
Yeah, Puma. Two things. One real life and one funny is he tweeted out, heard last night the Mets are unlikely to include Conforto in any deal for Real Muto. It doesn't appear as if anything has changed on that front. And then the other one was the picture of Brody with Nemo as Santa Claus. and he retweeted it saying, "As Santa whispers into Brody's ear, please anywhere but Miami."
In Toronto, apparently, according to Samson.
Yeah, Toronto.
Poor,
Well,
bro, poor.
Levitar came back and said,
Nemo.
"Well, you ruined Montreal, and now you're calling Toronto."
Wow.
All right. I think that about does it. We will be back next week. Seems as though the video was a great success.
Success.
So
So
very
it looks
good.
like this is what we might be
Borat.
doing moving forward.
To your sister, eh?
What is this, cheese?
What is this cheese?
But we have been brought to you by Cinesportstalk.com, by 27 Ounce Baseball,
Boom.
by Brooklyn Water Coffee.
Boom.
In
In the books, all capital letters, get
In-
your third bag
yes.
free.
the books, get you a third for free once you buy two on
Uno free.
Brooklyn. Seto calories. Now, just to talk
Smell that.
for 30 seconds, just on the Cinesports Talk side, Cinesports Talk is the original home of this show as well as several others.
Absolutely.
The podcast, the Hoopla show where they talk about
Nobody.
basketball. The Nobodies. They just did a episode on Stan Lee. So
Oh, how?
we
Okay.
we forgot to mention Stan Lee last week. Stan Lee, of course, the creator of many a childhood.
Can I prolong
away
this
like-
for a sec?
Yeah, sure.
How is the Spider-Man movie? The new Spider-Man movie?
I haven't seen it yet. The screening is this Saturday,
Oh,
and I'm
you
not
gotta let
going
me
to that
know.
either.
So for those of you who are listening,
But
tune
as
into-
of right now, it's at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So what? About a week from now, we'll have a preview up there, a report on Cinesportstalk.com.
In a week, we'll get somebody on.
Check it out.
Um,
I heard
yeah,
it-
so we do movie contests over there. We got a couple going on right now. Go to cinesportstalk.com
Mhm.
for all the
Also
gringos
on
out there.
Twitter, Instagram,
.com.
Snapchat, Facebook.
And all that. So join us here next week. We'll also do a Giants podcast next week. We decided to
Tim.
skip up on that. We'll see you guys for that next week.
It's Prachi's
We're gonna
fault.
end this on YouTube now, so we'll bid you guys adieu. We'll
Adieu.
continue for a moment or two,
Two for
out
one.
on the episode that's gonna go up on Spreaker and everywhere you listen to your shows, whether it be on iTunes or Castbox or anything like that. We will bid you a so long now. We will see you next week on
Goodbye.
the Put It in the Book show.
Peace.
Bye, YouTube.
Deuces.